So we'll be doing a sound check right now, but I'm gonna have to retweet everything. I'm gonna get everything I can out there to everyone. So just give me a second. We're gonna have a good day right now. And there we go. So we have the space open right now, and then I'll set the parameters. I'll set the ground rules for everybody. I'll have Dizzy up. Dizzy, obviously, she helps me out a lot here, and I really appreciate her for that. Um, Hopefully her phone works and she can connect. Shadow Stars, I'll pull you up in a minute right there. Just give me 1 second, guys, while I get everything lined up, and then we'll go over every bit of information. It's actually pretty wild, man. And then everyone can ask any questions they want at any time. Yes. Somebody's texting me, my brother. Tell him leave me alone for a little bit. I got Dizzy texting. We're good there. And then, I went and got dinner right now. It was pretty amazing. My wife, she's like, what are you going to do tonight? I was like, I'm going to do a Twitter Spaces call. She said, oh, you're going to go get me dinner? I was like, absolutely. Whatever you want. Just so she'll let me do my thing. Not that she runs my life.
What kind of dinner did you get?
Well, I started out with the shrimp and octopus spicy taco from this really good seafood restaurant. It's a Mexican seafood restaurant. It's the best in the world. It's that good, bro. It's crazy. But yeah, I'm not a fan of octopus. Trust me. It was when I went to go order what I usually order. The waitress walked by with this taco, and I was like, "Yo, what is that?" She's like, "Oh, that's an octopus." And I was like, "That's an octopus taco," or whatever the hell she said. But she says it in Spanish, right? Like, that's camarón con pulpa and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yo, I don't care. It looked good. Let me get that. And they deep fry your tortilla with cheese built into it. And then they put it on your thing, and then it has, like, spicy sauce on it. And it's just unreal. It's something I've never had it. I was down to have it. I was down to try it. Oh, but hold on.
I've never had it.
Oh, I'm on echo now. Hold on, guys. I got to close out my YouTube on my phone. Got to make sure my phone's ready for this audio here with us. That's fine. It's posted. I think I posted, right? Did I post it on Twitter yet? Well, I did the space on Twitter. I'll give everybody a chance to get onto YouTube as well. Won't matter either way. I'm just having a good night right now. I didn't really live stream today, guys. I was tired, man. But I managed to relax a little bit. I didn't even fall asleep. I just laid down and relaxed for a little bit, and then that felt a whole lot better. Then I started doing dishes. And then I started doing homework. Because, I started getting DMs about stuff, and I'm like, what the hell? I started looking into things. I started digging deep, and I just started digging too deep. So,
Hey, real men do dishes.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's right.
Hell yeah.
And they do clothes as well. They fold and everything.
Bro, I fold clothes like you wouldn't believe, and then I try not to, though. I'm so busy. I tell my wife, I go, oh, I'll do that right now, honey. Don't worry about it. And I come home, like, on my day, like, when I work hard one day, and I come home, and that whole house is immaculate. And I'm like, damn, babe. She goes, yeah, that's what I do on my days off. And I was like, oh, thank you, mama. Whatever you want to do.
Well, that's nice, man.
Yeah, my wife's a beast, bro.
I cut the grass. I do the clothes. I do everything. I do all the dishes.
No, I pay somebody for the grass, though.
Teach my son.
Yeah, I pay somebody for the grass.
You probably have like 5 acres.
No, I got a quarter acre. A quarter acre in California is a lot, brother. It's a lot.
Oh, yeah, California. You're right. Not like Atlanta.
No, hell no. I'll buy the whole state of Georgia. You keep messing with me.
I know, right?
I used to live in Savannah, Georgia. I was down there.
I get it, man.
And it's just,
I
man.
get it, man. Standard of living is different.
When I was in the military, I was at Fort Stewart, and I was in the military, and I would go to Hinesville, Georgia, and we'd go to Savannah, like, on the weekends and stuff. And you could literally buy a house for like $95,000. Dude, this is like in 2005, 2006. The shit was dirt cheap. And I was like, man, what are we buying? They go, take me back to Cali. I'm buying this house with like siding on it. Where's the stucco? Where's the brick walls? Where's the security? Like, they're not even built for earthquakes out there. That's why I'm like, God, that's why tornadoes tear that whole shit apart. But whatever. I'm talking about like the Midwest and everything else.
I hate tornadoes. That's one thing about me. I've never experienced tornadoes like this in my life, man. I'm about to move, man, because, like, I hate waking up in the morning hearing sirens, having to run to the basement. I'm like, this is crazy.
The fact that you have a basement, that's the problem, bro. I don't even have a damn... Dude, you can't have a basement in California. That shit is against the law. Anyway, I'm about to...
Why is that? that? What
Bro,
are
you will
talking about?
the whole ground will collapse on you. The hell? Bro, you know, I mean, I've been in 4 7.0 earthquakes or higher in my life. And I'm telling you right now, it was a little rocky. It was a little bit. I want to make sure I have everything I need right now, guys. Just one more second, I'm ready, and then we'll start talking and we'll pull speakers up and we'll do our thing. I'm going to give you guys a lot of information tonight because there's a lot of updates and then there's a lot of misinformation. So we're going to try to fix that. I tried to make Dizzy my thing. Let me see. Okay, cool, no problem. Girl, get the workout on. Best you can do. Oh, I don't even know. Somebody's texting me. I don't care about that stuff right now. All I care about is you. You, and you. All right, here we go. All right, guys, welcome back to Marant's Rants. Plenty of good information, a little bit of motivation, a whole lot of truth, no financial advice. We are live on Twitter. We are live on YouTube. And you can approach this channel any way you want to, guys. Just know that I'm concentrating on the callers that come in through Twitter, and I will pull them up as they go. So I really appreciate you guys. Anyone can raise their hand and come on up and speak, and we'll talk about the AMC apes that are welcome in here. Anyone is welcome. You know that, but we have a lot of information to get out. If you guys want to get that information out, feel free to share the stream, share the information, retweet it, do the best you can, because these guys are going to need this info right now. So I know I have Shadow Stars here. Shadow, what's going on, brother?
Hey, thanks for letting me on again. How you doing?
Another day, bro. Hope all is well. Jamie, move nicely. Oh, the Massalorian's in the chat. I'll let them know what's going on. Hey, Mass, how you doing? Yes, GameStop's doing great. Unfortunately, this call is about AMC and the ape equity, and we're going to talk that out right now. Mass, stick around. You might get some info you might like. But so, as you guys know in my previous video, I had to call Fidelity Direct, if you guys did not watch it, because of the reports that were going out that any clearinghouse that's clearing through well, I don't want to say it through Apex, because I went in and checked Apex, who's clearing through right now. Robinhood's kind of on their own in a way, but Robinhood said that they would not be trading ape equity, the actual unit. They will not trade it when it goes live. It's a preferred equity, and they do not trade preferred equities. If you heard the video where I called, yeah, I see you, Mass. Much respect. Hey, Mass, I got you. Here's the thing. Robinhood said they will not be trading ape. So it's a position only close, however you want to say it. That's what's going to happen when it goes live. So anyone who is in there will not be able to buy it. So you can only sell. That means you're going to have your hands tied behind your back while people are taking, headshots at you. If you can only sell, well, then who the hell's buying, right? Kind of tells you writing's on the wall for that. The unfortunate part is you would hope that Adam Aaron knew this before he went. This is twice where he's screwed over investors with Robinhood directly. But I went ahead and called Fidelity myself because I asked Fidelity, and you guys can see the video I posted about 2 hours ago. And I asked him, I said, are you guys going to be allowing trading of the preferred equity unit? And they said, yes, but there's one little thing there. You have to call. So unless you're going to call the broker and you have to do this questionnaire and then say, yes, you understand what's going to happen, that's the only way you can trade it. I don't know if people know this yet, but I saw Keenan Grace, I saw TMI, or I should say NMI, not much information, but there's a lot of guys out there that I saw talking about it as if it's a positive thing. This is not a positive thing. If you do not have the luxury of trading it back and forth and or getting in and out when you can, would you ever? Would you ever? That's just crazy, right? But what do you expect at this point? This is what it happens, guys. I will tell it to you another way, just so you guys can understand. When the money is moving, you need to run with the crowd. This is not financial advice. This is just fucking, I don't know. Let me say it this way. Common sense right now. BlackRock sold 40% of their position in AMC a day ago. Okay, and don't just let me say it. Let me show it to you right here. This is the filing, the 13G bullshit. And why? Because they have to file because they're going to have under 5% of the equity of the company. So they went ahead and sold off 25 million shares. That's how much they have left. They sold off almost 14 million shares. So they have 4.9% left. That's what's represented on them. BlackRock sold off. They wanted to get the hell out of Dodge. Hey, you got to respect it. And why are they going to sell off that way? Because somebody like this, Chris A. Cox, who has a senior position, he is the senior vice president and chief accounting officer for AMC. This guy has X amount of shares. He sold off 90% of his position right now. This is what's happening in front of you guys before they give you said equity. That equity is going to get sucked out. And the report that they're telling you, 95-5, I know Tara Bowl is reporting that right now on her damn Spaces call. She is wrong. The 95-5 has nothing to do with the actual date that it goes live to you. That's the OCC reporting that. And they have to report it that way because they have options already written. So those options are going to take the percentage of that to offset what they have on the books already. It is a stock split. This was already said by Adam Aaron right there in front of you with Jim Cramer. It is an official stock split. And how they're doing it through a dividend to you and a special dividend. I don't care what you want to call it. They own no stock. They own none. So what did they do? They petitioned for 10 million. Okay, guys? 10 million preferred stock. Oh, you know what? I have something for you. You guys think I just do this shit? Can you guys see this? Let me make sure I can bring it up to you right here. I know you guys are looking on YouTube, and hang tight, Twitter. I got you. You're all going to be able to talk right now. Everyone that comes up gets to say whatever they want. I've got to change it to where I can get you to see the current window I'm in. Right there? Boop, boop. Look at that. Huh? This is the type of shit I do all day. I know you guys don't do this shit. Just me, right? Making PowerPoint presentations for the fun of it. I don't even make a video for this. I just have a whole thing of PowerPoint presentations because I'm bored. That's what I do with my life. Can I make it bigger? What happens there if I make it bigger? Does it get bigger over there? That's what she said. All right, let me excuse my my references to The Office. It's not a sexual innuendo phrasing. Oh God, I don't want the Me Too crowd to come at me. All right, there we go. So you have it here, APE and AMC, and I'm going to explain what the hell's going on. So right there, the preferred equity unit, okay, AMC preferred equity unit, is a 1-to-1 security per AMC share. So they're going to hand those out to everybody. You guys know this part already. I don't know who's saying otherwise. I don't know what the hell they're saying because I had people come into the Spaces call and tell me they're going to give 100 to 1 or whatever. No, and I'll explain all that. So if you read it carefully, it's going to tell you that the voting interest is 1/100th of a preferred stock. It may be a preferred equity unit. You know what? Let's change the word equity into cash. Can we do that? Is that easier for you guys to figure it out? We're going to go the AMC preferred cash unit, okay? And said cash is going to get cut in half because it's going to take the cash out of AMC stock. When I say equity, I don't know if these people really understand. So I'll help them, though, because you know what I'm dealing with. AMC preferred stock, which is what they applied for 4 days ago, they asked for 10 million shares of preferred stock. It's going to represent 1 billion votes. When they tell you guys, they tell the world, this unit is used to build equity, pay off bills, pay off any past interest, whatever it may be. Guys, they don't own enough to pay off any bills, any past equity. They don't own anything right now. You do. So AMC filed a certificate of designation for 10 million shares of preferred stock. Each preferred stock represents 100 votes. Common stock represents 1/100th, if you understand. 1/100th compared to the preferred stock. Next, AMC float class is a common A stock. How much is it out there? They have the availability to print out 524 million shares. They currently have 516. What's included in there, and this is why they have to do this, guys, the way they're doing it. One, they're not going to get the votes for a stock dilution, but they will have the votes for a stock dilution by Monday or whatever that is on the 22nd. They'll have the voting power because they have the 10 million preferred stock units. They'll have the votes. But the reason why they have to dilute is because the outstanding stock you see here from the 516 to the 524, it's all just in RSUs and PSUs. That's restricted stock units and performance stock units, which, by the way, they get performance stock units and they get paid out handsomely, all because of cash on hand. It has nothing to do with the business itself and how they're cash burning $600 million. No, every quarter, every year, every 6 months, they get graded out, but because they have cash on hand and it's right there in the bylaws, they're like, oh yeah, you're going to get this bonus. They've been getting bonuses because of retail's cash pot that they've been burning off. Now, the RSUs and PSUs, okay, to the executives, those same ones that sold every single share they own, the same ones that just sold 90% of everything they own right now, they each get 1 APE per unit. Now, if they knew they were going to get 1 APE per unit for RSUs and PSUs that are on the books right now that are not fully vested, they're already spoken for, guys. They're still getting an APE for it. This is why you sell off, because you want no part of the APE. If you wanted APE, right, and you think it's going to be valuable, that's what you told all your investors. Why the hell is BlackRock selling off? Why the hell are insiders selling off the week before? Yeah, it's too much for me. It's too much. You got to read the fine print, guys. And when I read the fine print and I go about it like this, as you see this whole here, it's going to tell you that the board of directors may determine in sole discretion, okay, under Delaware law, that they don't need a vote. They don't need anything. They can decide how many units come out at any time. So the dilution of this said equity is in Adam Aaron's hands. And people trust him. I don't know how you can trust him. He has a track record of everything since 2016. 6 lawsuits. Settled 1 out of court. Settled 2 out of court. Already, I mean, this is crazy. This is absolutely wild that anyone would see it any other way. But I'll help you. A bad business deal? They're there. You have this one here where he's down. Let's see. Oh, no, this is a bad business deal. Are you guys ready? I had to go read this again just to make sure. As of June 30th, 2022, they agreed on a lease from 10 to 11, or from 11 to 20 years on a lease on 3 buildings. Do you know how much they're paying for the 3 buildings? Almost $70 million to lease. Operating leases and how much money they spend per year blows past how much they make. They're actually losing money even now, just projected on interest. $68.9 million for 3 movie theaters. That is an average of over $24 million a movie theater. Do you know how much they make per movie theater per year? Just ballparking it. I'm trying to help you. Around $2.5 million a year. So how many years does this movie theater have to be in production and make sure that they're profitable before they return something? Before they get ROI on that investment? How long? How do you get a return on that investment? It takes you 10 years, 11 years? You're playing the longest game ever. You need the money now. But they have the money now. They're going to take it from you. The next bad investment. This one here actually lost $6.1 million respectively. Okay? 6.1 in the last 6 months. During the last 6 months, they lost $6 million. HYMC, we already know they lost $48 million on unrealized gains. This is the problem right here. I don't know if you guys can see this screen so well. You guys in Twitter land, sit tight. I'm coming to you. Right here, they owe $5.4 billion after it's all said and done. But if you just look at it here, 5.1, that's how much cash they owe. Do you know which one of these bills they paid? Anybody know? Look at this. From 5.169 to 5.1 here, about $50 million. And all they paid was this right here. Just that bad boy. That bad boy is at 15 to 17% interest. Yes, they should pay that. But look at these at 10%, 10%, 10.75, 11%. If you have a credit card this bad where you owe $500 million and it's at 11%, I don't want to know what's coming down. I don't want to know how bad these books are. And your claim to fame is you're reorganizing that debt, or you're trying to restructure that debt. Now here's the last of it, and then we're going to all talk on Twitter. Your investment is gone, guys. Your investment is gone because this company expects AMC preferred equity units will serve as a currency to raise additional equity capital to strengthen its balance sheet. Guys, I don't know who wants to buy something that has no physical backing. There is no projected earnings. There is no, hey, this company's going in the right direction. It is a straight, will you pay my debt? Will you pay for my mistakes? And if you're going to find people to invest in that and not pump it and dump it on you, then go ahead and diamond hand that shit. But it's going to be bad for you. And I'm not hypothetically thinking like, oh, am I worried that I'm going to tell you guys the wrong thing? No, I'm not worried to telling you the wrong thing. Like I told you guys, if you're driving and you don't have a seatbelt on and you hit a wall at 100 miles an hour, I can tell you what's going to happen. You're going to die. This right here, it's going to kill you. I know, I'm so dramatic. Oh, Marantz, say more truth. You know I do. Here's the more truth. We're going to talk it out. You guys are going to ask questions. I'm going to ask you, why are insiders selling? Why did Chris Cox, A. Cox sell? Why did BlackRock sell all this week? Why are they not going to let you trade it, a preferred stock unit, and yet everyone knows that that's what it is? That's what it's called, and that's the leverage you have. You don't think Adam Aaron had this played out? My opinion, this is an opinion, and we're all allowed to have them. My opinion is he knew exactly what he was going to do. They knew they were going to go this route if you didn't give him the votes. You didn't give him the votes, so this is what he did. He has no choice. His debt collectors are calling. And he went in and took a clause from 2013, which none of you are. He says, our shareholders voted for this. No, they did not. None of these guys that are in this stock today were in the stock in 2013. Not even you. And not any insider in that goddamn company. So you tell me who voted for this shit. Nobody. I won't let it ride. I won't just sit here and be like, oh, you need to be quiet, Marantz. You don't even own it. No, I don't own it. Proudly. What I do have is I have a great mind for information. And I know how to break it all down for you, sure, and I give it to you. But guys, if you guys don't know what the fuck is happening, it's about to hit you. It's about to hit you hard, man. You got questions, I've got answers. Let's hang out. The floor is yours on Twitter. I am not going to interrupt you. I am not going to tell you how I feel about you. I'm not going to tell you you better not say that. These guys have come in here, shit all over me, gave it to me, called Ryan Cohen retarded. I've had everything been said to me on these basis calls. But you know what? When you're an adult, you have thick skin. And then you know what you do? You inverse, turn that around, and you show them the light. And that's what we're going to do tonight. So I appreciate everybody, guys. You let me know who wants to come in here and talk that good talk, but I'm here for it. Appreciate you guys. Who do I have on the chat? I have Shadow Stars. Shadow Stars, you requested to come on up. You can come on up, Shadow. How you doing?
Good, man. Earlier before, when you first started the space, I heard you mention you were listening to that Discord call with what's his face, Bigums and the mask guy. And,
No am I.
I mean, I listened to that myself, but I just couldn't understand their logic of, they're saying that, hey, APE is going to suddenly rise, the price is going to rise, that people are going to be buying this, and that Adam Aaron is going to raise money. Like, I don't understand their logic of who would buy APE.
No, you could buy it if you... Yeah, no, I agree. You could buy it if you support the company, right? I mean, if you know, I heard something. I heard something about all these guys. They all say they were going to go in there and just have a bucket in the lobby, and they're willing to just put money in it to pay off the debt. They're willing to pay off this $5 billion debt. What they don't understand is you're not investing at that point. You're paying off someone's mistakes, someone's bonuses, and that's what's happening right now. And it's not going to be a pretty sight because you don't even have the ability to say no. This is broad daylight mugging, and it's about to happen. So you can come on in over here, guys, to, it says do not sell. Okay, well, guess what? They're not going to have an opportunity to buy it. I have to get back to work or going to listen. I appreciate hearing all the arguments. Hey, thank you so much, Mass. You take care, Master Lorian. Just try not to listen to Tony De Niro's sweet voice when he tells you that AMC is going through a good thing right now. This is absolute bullshit, and everyone's going to lose money. You've been warned. I don't care, but I'm here. But anyway, you got anything else to say there, Shadow? The floor is yours.
No, it's just, I just can't understand their hopium. I saw the BlackRock filings, so now I'm thinking, hey, Vanguard was also another major holder of AMC. If they're thinking that, hey, BlackRock sold their position in AMC, part of that, maybe their index shuffling, their ETF shufflings, then, hey, Vanguard's not going to be too far behind. Vanguard's going to be dumping God knows how many, 20, 30 million shares.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's not going to help either.
Yeah,
so
when one sells, they all do it together, right? So, like, I'll give you this example. If you took half the equity out of it, right, instantly, which is about to happen, no matter where it's at, you tell me who wants to put money back into it, because as it's going down, it's only going to go down further. I'm telling you this from the smart institution side of it, not from the retail, kamikaze side of it. These guys want to ride them to the ground. Like if you saw Keenan Grace, you know what he said? He said, look, I'm not going to sell APE. I know what it's going to do. I know it's going to get diluted. He even gave the example. He said AMC is going to lose money. It's going to go down in value. But I only put in what I wanted to lose. So I'm going to ride it to the ground. Like that's the most ignorant thing I've ever heard in my life. It's like, you're going to stay with something that's beating the shit out of you? You don't want to walk away. You want to die, because that's what's about to happen. So I don't believe these guys, but it's just wild to me. But yeah, don't put in. Yeah, I'm letting everybody come get at me. You guys can come. I'm reading the chat too. Remember, guys, if you guys want to request to come on in, you can. I have Josh Brown. Josh Brown, you have the mic, Josh. You're more than welcome to say something.
Hey, Morantz. Okay. Let's just say, what scenario do you see where AMC can turn around the business, right?
Yeah.
So like right now they're losing a lot of money every quarter, right?
Yeah.
What type of business case, like if you were to be bullish with AMC, what could you present? I was thinking about it this morning. What ways could they actually make money, strike while the iron's hot? Obviously, they purchase a lot of different movie theater companies throughout the time, but 20 years ago, for instance, when movies were coming out, it took literally, like, movies that came out in December, right? That they might last, 3 months, 4 months in the theaters, but everyone knew the next release, like as far as VHS or DVDs, it would come out almost the following Christmas, right? So, whereas today, it seems like movies will stay in theaters for 1 to 3 months, maybe 4 months, and then a month later, maybe 2 months, it's out on rentals, right? Amazon, Redbox, it's out quick, right? What kind of case could you present where AMC could become profitable?
Yeah, so it's not about the movies. Like, this is like the big facade out there that people have you, like they're trying to romanticize the fact that you're saving movie theaters. You don't want movies to die, so you're going to invest in AMC. That's not true. And movies are going nowhere. The movie theater business is a great business. AMC is not a great business. There's a huge difference. It's not about theatrical windows and there's 45 days until it gets to VHS or in this case streaming. None of that matters. It's not about that. This business is run wrong. The influx in people is the problem. See, so bigger's not always better, right? So Josh, I'll draw it back to you because I'll give you a history lesson. Here we go. 2013, 2014, 2015, AMC was making almost $9 million a movie theater. They were great. They had 350 movie theaters. They were packed. They were run well. And you know what they did? In an instant, in the span of a year and a half, they bought up 700 movie theaters. And they spent $2 billion to do it. And that was Adam Aron. He went in and he didn't have the cash. He went in and did it on credit. And he walked out there saying, I want to be able to call myself the biggest movie theater in the world. And you can do that now. And you can boast. But now you have to shut down all these damn buildings that don't make money. You don't have that luxury because you went from having $8.8 and $8.9 million a movie theater. Now you're at 2.2, 2.5, 2.3. That's what you're making a movie theater. In 2018, when you were already $4.7 billion in the red, this is $4.7 billion off those bad deals in the interest just to run your business. They were making $5.4, $5.5 million a movie theater. So those numbers are with the best movies of all time, right? With Endgame, with Black Panther. I don't care what movie comes out, guys. The movie does not move that company. Does not move the meter. Go look at it. They burned off cash this whole first quarter and this whole 2 quarters, right? The whole first half of the year, they burned off $600 million. You know why it is, Josh? Because when they get a bigger footprint, when they get more people in the movie theaters, they don't make more money. People think they do, but the ratio doesn't go up. I have the numbers. Look at this. I'm going to show you some. It's up on my screen right now. I'm not just making this shit up, guys. This is admissions. They made $651 million on admissions this quarter compared to last quarter. But how much of an increase did you make off of food and beverage, off of screen advertising, off of total revenues compared to when you did less business? Right? Because it's not about sales. That's what inflation shrinks from you. The margins and inflation will eat your profits alive. It's how much do you make every time you get someone in that building. And the previous year, where they had $233 million in admissions, They sold better average on food and beverage. They sold a better average on total revenues. It's a 2.87% difference. 2.8 times more admissions. 2.87 is the. Go ahead and do the math. I got you from 651 to 233. That's 2.87. Now, 2.87 times 161. They should have did $450 million. They missed the mark by $60 million because it's about units. It's about, are you getting the most out of each person that comes in? And they're not. They've got dead movie theaters, guys. They've got a bad business model. And they've got expenses that won't let up. Deferred rent is one thing. How about this? Deferred revenue and income. The deferred part here is the problem because you can push out any damn payment you want to make. Any payment. And this guy can come in here and be like, we beat quarter one of last year. You're supposed to, man. You're supposed to. If you want to make a true profit and you want to keep telling everyone that we're back and better than ever, Doctor Strange. No, you're not. Say the truth. You're bleeding on the table. You need a tourniquet. An ape equity unit is your tourniquet. But it might save your life. It might save you in the short term. It's not going to save you in the long term. This shit is going to knock you out right here. 5.5, 5.1, 5.4 as you look at the maturities over time. $5.1 billion. Guys, that number is so massive. You would have to operate for 2 years without paying one employee, without paying for one box of popcorn. You would have to operate the whole 2 years for free, for charity, and pray people would pay you money. And that's the only way you could break even. That's never going to happen, guys. You deserve to be bankrupt, and you will, or you won't. And if you're not going to be bankrupt, what you're going to do is you're going to take this market cap. This market cap that's around 10 million. What is it right now? I don't want to just say a number. Market cap right here, $12 billion. A market cap of $12 billion, you're going to split that in half right now, and you're going to take the whole damn thing. Because people are going to cash out on that, but what are you going to take? You're going to have the availability to $6 billion? You think people want to invest into a non-backed token? A preferred equity unit? The preferred equity unit in itself will not trade on certain brokerages. It will not trade just on its own. You just can't go out there and buy it. So now you're going to have to make sure that you tiptoe around it and that you're getting in at the right time. But people are going to be jumping off this shit. There's no damn way it's not. I'm the only guy willing to read this shit to you the right way. You know, whenever you see a CEO sprinkle the magic and he does his little calls and, hi guys, I just want to tell you we enjoyed a great quarter. Yes, it was our most profitable quarter. Every quarter is the most profitable. And I see no money and I see more magic tricks. I see more ways to try to lose money than make money. I promise you. And I don't care if they say, you trust me, bro? Yeah, trust me, bro. If you can't see the con man within, it's going to be beyond you. Go ahead. I'm here, Josh.
All right, so question. If now I'm just playing devil's advocate, but at the same time, like, it sounds like what Adam Aaron has done for the past almost decade is that he's been kind of doing what GameStop has been doing by expanding the farthest reach they can, right?
Right.
By like building fulfillment centers and pushing the online retail business as far as possible, right? Magnifying it. And that sounds like what Adam Aaron has been doing. But GameStop, it seems to work, right? They're going to scale out as high and bring in as many customers as they can. They may be losing money within the first few quarters, but the idea is just build growth, right? Whereas, kind of like Chewy, what Chewy did. But why is that an issue with Adam Aaron, what he's doing, buying all of these movie theaters? He's kind of making a monopoly.
No. So they're both shrinking, right? Like AMC shrinking this year. They shrink. And GameStop is going to shrink over the next 2 years, in my opinion, because of how many leases are up, right? Or how many are due. But when you shrink your footprint, you got to do it strategically. Like, it's got to make sense. And you can try to pivot and transition. You can, but you're looking at like year 7 on Adam Aaron. Like it's not like he just started. It's not like GameStop where they just got together and they say, we're going to true transition, true pivot. It's our first year in. Guess what we're doing? We're building things, we're making things, and we're spending the money we have, but yet we're doing it smartly. The cash burn for GameStop was $300 million for a whole year. $300 million for the whole year. AMC's cash burn was $1.1 billion. It's not apples to apples, totally different business model. But that interest that you're paying for all the bad stuff that happened, it's just the reality of it, guys. I'm reading something in the chat here, and this guy thinks that I'm hating on AMC. I am not hating on AMC. I wish movie theaters were profitable. I wish they could make money, and they can if you're Cinemark and Regal. But if you're AMC, you're stuck in the mode that is you're pigeonholed to whatever mistakes they've made and then how they're paying their executives. They're overpaid beyond belief. How does a CFO make $20 million in a year and a half? Did he deserve that? No, he made it off of retail. They took it from retail. So you can have the best movies in the world, but you can only make money, 3 hours at a time. 2 hours while people are sitting there and 1 hour to shuffle them in and clean up. So if you can churn it that way, you've got to find a better business model. And you couldn't do it when you expand it beyond belief. When you made it too big, you couldn't handle that. There was a reason why Carmike Movie Theaters was willing to sell off for $1.1 billion. Why Odin Movie Theaters was willing to sell off for $900 million. These guys were ready to take that golden road. And the issue here was for Adam Aaron, and this is why, Josh, why I can't believe in it, because there's a track record, right? When it got hard, when times got tough, he went running. And he went running to the banks, and he went running to the first guy he could find. And what did they do? He actually robbed the Chinese of their vote and of their position in the company. Wanda owned this company. Wanda owned the whole damn thing. And you couldn't make a decision because they had 2 seats on the board. But you know what he did? He diluted the stock. And he diluted the stock and offered to Silver Lake. And then he offered to Mudrick. And then he offered it to you. He got lucky. Retail, trust. He did a trust fall into retail, and they caught him. And now it's like, hey, we think he's on our side, and he's not. It's not going to happen that way. Yeah, F16 Stringer. We've been doing this for 3 days straight. If you want to come onto the Twitter side of it, you can. The brass tacks of it is this equity is going to pull out. This equity unit, preferred equity unit, is going to pull out cash, right? I'm going to use the word cash right now for equity. It's going to pull out cash money, investors' money from the stock. It's not going to dilute the stock, the number of shares, but it's definitely going to dilute the equity in it, the cash in it, and you're going to be paying for AMC's debt. And I don't think you want to do that, but maybe you do. Maybe you want to buy more of it. But investors invest money to make money, and you will not make money here. So, but go ahead, Josh. I'm listening.
No, okay. No, that makes sense. I'm not fighting you on that. I'm just okay. So, now we're looking at fundamentals. We have been obviously, and we see the debt. We see the loss of cash, the cash flow, right? In my opinion, for what I do, I work in finance, and working capital and cash flow is key, right? Like, I believe that any company that you work at, the P&L statements, if your cash flow is positive, your DSO is better than your DPO, like, you will stay in business, right? Whereas, obviously, if you're negative cash flow, you don't have any leverage for loans, for purchasing, buying power, any of that. Whereas, I see GameStop, I see where they're going. I know this is an AMC call, but obviously these two stocks are correlated together based off of people who purchased. What in their leadership? Because obviously to me, when I look at media, when I look at Twitter, social media, other than superstocks, to me it appears that there are a lot of people invested in AMC. And I'm curious on why you think this is being pushed so hard, whereas people aren't realizing that, like the differences.
Yeah, I mean, Josh, let me ask you something, man. Like, had you ever seen anything like GameStop before?
I have not.
Right. So if you've never seen something like that before, what would you do? Like, how far would you push the envelope to survive? We've asked King Griffin this question before on an interview. He said he was willing to do everything it took till the final day. So there's only one thing out here being pushed in front of you, being told when to buy it, how to buy it, when to hold, how to hold it, literally by the company themselves, by the man himself who's tearing the company inside out. I would ask you this, Josh, before you ever ask yourself another question, name me one thing of value Adam Aaron has done for his own company.
I'm telling you, man. He's a snake, man.
But listen, no. But you know what's the crazy part? You have to take a deep breath and think. That's the crazy part, right?
Yeah.
And I read something here that you gave Maximus a stomach flu.
You read that? Who said that?
Yeah, man, I'm letting you know.
I did not, man. That was his daycare. Daycare, man. But
okay.
No, but I agree. Yes, but no, it's Christina did that. But obviously, no, it's I agree with you. I can't I believe in leadership, right?
Right.
And everything Ryan Cohen has done has shown me yes, I'm willing to even buy in Bed Bath & Beyond, right? Whatever he puts his mind to, yeah, I will follow that because this man has proven. You got to look at past experience and past, accomplishments, right?
Yeah.
A wise man told me if you want to follow someone, you need to look at how they live their life, right? And Adam Aaron to me just rubs me the wrong way. Right, and he just throws out a lot of diamonds and a lot of blinky, shiny things that people hover to, right? So, but he's not really built of substance, so that's a problem. But no, I agree, man. I just was playing devil's advocate. Maybe somebody else has some ideas they want to.
No, it's cool. I get before I let APEs go on right here, right now. I want to address something again over here on YouTube. Joe Deerte, how you doing, man? I know you're always in my chat, always in the channel. I just want to thank you for your continued support of the channel, brother. You mean a lot to me. And if you ever want to know about the research I do for AMC and why I do it, just ask yourself why you don't do it and why the other YouTubers don't do it. They just don't. They just say, hey, guys, we're going to buy it, we're going to hold it, it's going to come, this is my opinion, and it's okay to have an opinion in here. That's why we have a space. There's no MOAS coming for AMC. There's a straight thug move happening right now in front of you, and it's a dude with a tie and a suit. He's going to walk over and he's going to take everything they've got. And they might think it goes up. They might think, oh, man, my shares are going up. Every time that share goes up, I want you to be fearful of how it can get cut right out. And that's just because you're going to keep diluting. You're going to keep diluting APE until what? And then at what point are you going to have, who owns it at that point? Like if you're raising capital on it, right, and people are buying it and it's getting diluted, who's making money off that? Because AMC's not. They don't have it. So if they start putting it out for sale, who's buying it? I ask you this because that's who's going to have the voting power to change all those shares into said shares. And then you're diluted beyond belief. Now you just got double whammied on that same equity line. And you better hope and pray you have it all figured out. But me, why would I ever take these chances? I can't take chances with the CEO that promises me 20 things and only delivers one. And that's what I'm looking at right now. So it's tough, man. It's tough. But I'm going to give the floor right now to APEs. Once again, the rules still apply. I have no say-so in what you say. I don't care. I will let you say whatever you want. And that's the way this rolls, guys. So the floor is yours. APEs, let it go.
Hey guys, how are you? I'm on the same page. I think AMC is a sinking ship, and Adam Aaron's just printing money to pay the bills, his salary, etc. I still believe in AMC as a squeeze play. I think there's a cult-like fanatical following that are going to hold and go down with the Titanic. My question for you, though, is you agree that the AMC / APE stock's eventually going to plummet, yes?
Absolutely.
Okay. When they announce the raise, the market's going to react. Everyone's going to dump, etc. As
Right.
depending how many shares they mint and distribute and sell, stock's going to plummet. We agree on that?
Yeah, what a good term, mint. I love it. That's our term. That's good.
My question for you, though, is this. For the past, year and a half, AMC and GME have had identical movements. Are you not afraid that when AMC / APE dip upon the announcement of fundraising that it's going to affect GME?
No, because I don't think they're identical movements. I think if you're looking at... No, I think if you look at charts, right? You're looking at charts and you're looking at tickers and you're looking at algos being manipulated. That's one thing. But when you're looking at the amount of volume that comes through, the amount of volume it takes for AMC to mimic the movements of GameStop are drastically different. And it's not because of float. The percentage of float traded on GameStop is minimal. And I say minimal with the capital M. GameStop has traded under 1 million shares numerous times. AMC is north of 30, 40, 50, 60, 100 million shares last week to mimic the same $6 move GameStop did, and GameStop traded 4 million shares.
Yeah, but you need to take into consideration, prior to the GME split, the price of the stock was significantly higher, right? So the movements, although the volumes were different in dollars, they were a lot closer. I have a question, though. I see Swings in here, and I'm usually in his group with Tara and all them. But
Sure.
I think what really kind of bothers me, and I feel bad for a lot of people on their calls, is that they're not looking at the fundamentals of the company as a whole, right? This company loses $500 million a year. How are you valuing this company at today's $12 billion valuation based on the stock price? And they're really bullish on popcorn sales and credit card coming out and these great movies that are coming out, but you have limited seating in these theaters. It's not like a tech play or where you have infinite amount of upside. The upside is completely limited based on the number of seats in these theaters. And I don't think they realize that when we say there's going to be dilution, when we say the market's going to correct, when we say that the stock price is going to plummet, it's not that we're being haters or trying to put down AMC because there's a better opportunity. At least I'm not. I just
Nope.
you understand how much money Apple makes and the dividends they give.
Yeah, you're coming in a little broken right there, Ape, but I hear you. I hear you very well. At this moment in time, I actually even invited Swing Trader to come up here and speak. You see, I'm not that guy that they think that they have everybody trying to paint me out to be. Many of you guys know this. So you guys come here at every space call and you guys get it. It's an open format to say what you want, and I won't pin it against you. And you can say whatever you want about me as well. It doesn't matter to me because this is not about individuals. It's about information. And the information that's lacking is that no one's willing to say the truth. The truth is there is nothing positive about this. Whether you're paying off AMC's debt or not, it's not positive because you're the only owner of the APE equity unit. And unless you want... Yeah, go ahead. I'm listening.
Because they're losing money every quarter. That's why they're in debt. They were in debt. You keep losing money, and then they keep raising money to cure debt. It's like a vicious cycle. It's not this business that got affected by the pandemic and took on debt. They had debt pre-pandemic. They
had almost $5 billion before the pandemic ever hit. That in 2018, $4.7 billion, $4.8 billion in 2019. So there's just no way that Adam Aaron can correct his mistakes without retail paying for it, and they're going to pay for it because it's overly priced. When Gasparino's telling you, I even have a DM from Gasparino. And you know what he says? He goes, "Hey, Marantz, it's worth $10. And I was blown away. I was like, you think it's worth $10? All this hate that he gets, right? I think that's a reasonable number now. But that's what you're looking at. You're looking at something that's so overvalued that even Adam Aaron knows, hey, nobody hold these shares. We're going to go get that equity out of it. And this is how we're going to do it. and you can do nothing about it. You can't even stop it if you wanted to.
My words, the day he announces a raise, I don't care how many shares he's raising, collectively, in my opinion, the price of APE and AMC will be sub 10.
Yeah, it'll hit. It's going to hit rock bottom because you're going to be paying for these billions of dollars, millions of dollars. But like I said, I offered it to Swing Trader to come up here and talk. The floor is yours whenever you want to come up. We don't shy away from the real answers and the real issue here, which is Adam Aaron and his leadership style and the company itself. I went through a 10-slide PowerPoint presentation to start this off on YouTube. You guys saw it if you were watching. Additionally, we read off some SEC forms. We went ahead and read off that BlackRock sold off 40% of their ownership of AMC, which they did yesterday. Chris A. Cox, the insider, the actual chief accounting officer for the company, sold off 90% of his shares. There is a reason why these guys are selling off shares. There's a reason why institutions are selling off, because they see what's coming and they've done their homework. And I pray people do their homework. Next up to talk here is going to be Noor. Noor, I've never met you. I don't know much about you, but you're more than welcome to come on up and speak the truth. The floor is yours. We say nothing. Go for it, brother. You got to hit unmute, Noor. Maybe he runs to his phone. Maybe he's outside. Well, Noor, I'm going to give you time to get back. I don't know who else wants to request to come on up. They can at any time. I'm reading this. It says, this is from the Massalorian. I'm sure you guys know who he is. He's a YouTuber as well. It says, I have to get back to work, going to listen in. I appreciate hearing all the arguments. I hope we all win in the end. I'm holding both AMC and GME. There's another non-believer, okay? If you guys don't believe me, I've been on the show. I was interviewed as a GameStop guy on the show with Tony De Niro and Massalorian. I have the utmost respect for Massalorian for asking me to go on. We partnered up. Tony was there, and he was very, very bearish on GameStop and asked all the right questions that a bear would ask. But it wasn't about that. It was more along the lines of, I wouldn't talk AMC while I was there out of respect to them, and that's their platform. But when I left the interview is where the sparks flied for me. That's when Massalorian said, man, GameStop's a good buy. It's a good play. I'd love to get in it, but I won't, because I have to stay true to my followers. And that's what blows me away. When you let the mob run you, you will get overrun. You got to run the business can't run you. So that was blowing me away. So that guy stepped down because he couldn't get his mic together. Maybe he'll come back in and request again. If anyone out in the crowd wants to go ahead and request, you guys can come on up. I don't mind. If not, it's going to be me and Josh Brown shooting the shit back. I don't mind that either. Love the guy. It's going to make a great movie one day, this whole play. I hope it does, man. Good day and good chat. We're back. This is the real Josh Brown. Yes. AMC has too many people losing money. In the movie theaters, people want to watch movies on IMX. I wouldn't go with that. I don't think anybody wants to leave the house right now. Not with the price of gas, not with the cost of living, and not with just quality of life. Having to find a parking spot, having to walk to the movies, sit there, sneak people in, sneak things in, and then to what? To spend $100 to watch one movie that you'll probably forget within the next hour or two. And if you're a grown man like me, you fall asleep through all of them. I don't care what movie it is. I fell asleep through No Country for Old Men. Hell, I remember growing up, I fell asleep through Heat. How the hell do you fall asleep through Heat? They got crazy gun scenes. I fell asleep, man. And that's just the way it goes down. Josh, are you still there, Josh?
Yeah.
I got another request.
I am.
Hold on, Josh. I got another request here. It is Joe Ragan, not Rogan. Hey, Joe Ragan, when you come up right now, the floor is yours, Joe. There are no rules here. We don't care how you feel about it. You just speak your mind. Go for it, Joe.
First off, I just want to say, I even fell asleep to that Godzilla movie. I remember my girlfriend mad at me because I was snoring through that shit.
so you can relate. There you go.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, honestly, everything with the earnings, they're comparing year over year. Let's think about it. There was a pandemic last year.
Yeah.
We were unable to go to the movies. Why do they keep thinking that these are great earnings if we're comparing to a pandemic time?
No, it's one of those things you do. So, when you're in the corporate world, right? This is all in corporate world. Every single time you do a walk with the executives or you go into a meeting, there's a couple of rules. The first rule is don't bring up anything negative. So any negative number you don't want to talk about unless you have to. Second, you want to find the positive in every number that you can say. So even if your patrons were down, but you made more money per patron, that'd be something, right? You would be like, you know what? We had an increase in patrons to come through, and it was awesome. You don't want to say, but they didn't spend as much money as they did last year per patron. Right? We didn't make as much per unit, right, per person. You wouldn't say the negative. So whenever you hear the talk and it comes out, just know that he's only going to tell you the positive. And when he goes through with the positive, I don't even know if they really talked about their investments this time. Last time it was, we have unrealized gains on Highcroft mining of $60 million. Okay, well, great. Now you have a complete reverse loss of $48 million. So it was really, really ridiculous when I was seeing it, but that's the way they talk.
The fact that they had to pay money to get into Highcroft, and the only reason why it pumped was because they were trying to pump it through the AMC on Twitter.
Yeah, well, we know that.
Let's put that together too, And it's just like the fact is, like, what do they see the positives out of creating Ape? Where is the positives in this in any way? All I see is them creating another ticker that's just going to collapse.
Yeah.
We all know everybody's probably going to sell it besides the bag holders of AMC.
Well, you can't sell it if you're in Robinhood. You can't sell it if you're in Fidelity unless you go call in. Unless you go call in, you can't sell it because it's a preferred equity. Certain people can trade preferred equities. You have to make the call. You have to sign the disclosures. You have to do all those above, and they haven't told people that yet. I don't think they want to tell people that yet. I think it's going to be a bloodbath. But who cares what I think? What about what's really going to happen? Here's what's going to happen, and this is just what you see. That whole idea that HYMC finds gold, we find gold, like that money's ours. It's like HYMC could make $1 billion. AMC doesn't get $1 billion. AMC just has the shares. If the shares go up in value, then they get some money.
They also have to look at the fact that they have to pay investors for their gold. They have to sell the gold. They have mining costs that go into it.
Oh, yeah. No, there's a lot going on. I was just making a point. No, I'm with you. I was just making a point as in to say there's nothing that they're doing that cash is hitting the bottom line, right? So the ROI is huge. And we use this phrase because whenever you think about money spent on advertising, you would ask yourself, what's the ROI on what we just spent? Right? We spent $30 million, $20 million in Nicole Kidman commercials, but we only showed them on finance channels. We only showed them on CNBC, Bloomberg, Yahoo Finance Channel, and then in-house advertising. We didn't show it like in mass appeal to get people to the movie theaters. We showed it to people to invest money into the movie theaters. There's a big trick. There's a trick of the propaganda that's happening in front of you. But people don't realize these things because they only see it one way. They see bright colors. They see crowds and mobs moving in one direction. That's what's happening today.
I'll be honest. Me personally, I love the fact that I make money off of options on the AMC, but all that money goes towards GME only.
Yeah, I mean, you can do it however you want. It's like, I don't care who makes money on what and who doesn't. My whole thing is the information out there for people to make a choice decision, and it's not. A lot of people are masking this as into being a positive thing, and they're only looking at positives. They refuse to even acknowledge that negatively the impact that can happen. That's why I'm here. And it's okay. I can play the flip side of that.
Trust me, I may not have that much money, and I only bet a little bit of money on there, but it's just enough to make my GME share purchase, and that's all I care about. AMC is never going to be anything, and you got to think about it. My girlfriend was bugging me a couple months ago to go see the damn Minions movie, and then she was asking me, hey, do you want to go see the John Wick Chapter 3? I was like, what's the point? In a month, it's going to be on a streaming platform. And little do you know, I pay for a Hulu live stream, and here it goes. I'm watching John Wick 3 almost every other day now.
Well, I watch movies on Netflix, so I support Netflix, and I watched Uncharted. It was a damn good movie with Mark Wahlberg. So
yeah, I was like, all right, I need one thing where I could still watch football and any sports games, so that's why I get the Hulu.
I hear you, brother. Hey, well, I appreciate your time. I appreciate everything. We have Swing Trader up here. Hopefully, you can connect. I know he was up here right now. And then I have a couple more people requesting. Let me get them in.
No problem. Thank you, man.
Yeah, no worries, brother. You can stay up or you can stay down. It does not matter to me one bit. Swing, are you ready to go? Are you here? Or he's still connected. He's in a bad part of town driving through. Sugar Kush. How you doing, Sugar?
I'm good, man. How are you guys?
Outstanding. Just to give you the rules and the layout of this. One, there are no rules. Two, you can say whatever you got to say, man. Get it off your chest. We don't feel any way, shape about it. So go for it. Floor is yours.
So, I heard you the other day also, like about AMC, like, why it's not gonna do good and all that stuff. A lot of people like us, we hold AMC, GameStop, Highcroft, we hold all the companies, and you know, and we try our best to lift each other up in the communities instead of, what you would get nothing out of, like spreading hate and bringing other people down from other communities. You won't get nothing. Like, we hold all the shares of all the companies, but when you have calls like when you want to bash one company or one stock, it doesn't do no good, man. I mean, why we have so much hate for each other when we are all fighting the same cause, and we are fighting, our enemy is the same. It's the same people we are all fighting against. It's the same corruption we are all fighting against every day, So we all want the same thing, just like GameStop people does, because a lot of us hold all the shares, and we want you guys to be successful, just as our AMC or Highcroft, both those companies successful too. I mean, together we can do a lot. But if we're gonna start like tomorrow, somebody else has a call and bash start up. I mean, that's what these hedge funds and short sellers want us to do. Like, literally fight. You might not agree with like a lot of AMC, says, or that's fine. We might not agree with GameStop or Highcroft or whatever. But bashing out, trying to belittle other people and other companies, it's not a good way, man. Not just as a shareholder, but as a human being too. Like, we are better than that. And I wish you guys all the best. Whether it's you or anybody. We're all a part of this one big giant community, retail. Whether you call yourself apes, don't call apes. But we all started with one purpose, one goal, and we are all fighting for that one goal. Like a fair chance, a fair fight. So, rest is it's your life. I mean, I'm just as a human being, I can give you an advice, like, be kind to others. You don't know what people go through in their lives. A lot of people like me, you might not know, what I have gone through my life to get where I am today. So, your kind words might save somebody's life, but your harsh words might take somebody's life. So, rest, it's up to you, your life, you're an individual, and do what's best you can do as a human being. That's all I have to say, man.
Awesome.
Sugar, cause I'm sorry, Moritz.
No, go ahead,
The
Joe.
only thing I have to say to that is, like, here's the one thing. Twitter is like the number one example why I partly don't believe into AMC. Hedge funds pay a lot of money into advertisements. How many times have we seen the advertisement of Melvin Capital covered their margin? How many times do we see that? And then we go on Twitter. How many times do you see bots posting the same thing about AMC over and over and over again? I guarantee you, we could bet $1,000 on this. I don't even care. Whatever. I'll lose whatever money I got. But if you search the hashtag AMC, I guarantee you're going to see the same post copy and pasted at least 10 times within at least the first 30 or 40 scrolls through that hashtag.
But what's wrong with that? I mean, if I'm happy if GameStop can promote. I'm always willing.
No. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but go ahead and search the GME hashtag. How many bots do you see with the same copy and pasted thing?
But that doesn't make any difference. Like, why would it make a difference? I'll
Look at that Elon Musk Twitter deal. The reason why he's pulling out is because of all the bots on Twitter, while they're trying to lie and say that there's not bots on here.
Yeah, hold up, guys. Hold on. Hey, Joe. I hear where you're coming from, Joe. And you're making a great point, but I'm going to say something real quick, okay? If you don't mind. Sugar Kush, right? Hey, Sugar, let me tell you something. I respect what you said earlier. It actually speaks to me because I speak to a lot of people, and my delivery might be substituted for aggression because I'm very matter of fact. I'm very direct. I get that. But the compassion I have towards the next person or the next woman or man is equal to anything I do throughout my day. I promise you I care about retail. I care about the facts, I care about the fundamentals, and I care about the information getting out to you. Sure, you can make whatever decision you want. I'm not putting anyone down here. I've yet to do that in 3 days. What I have said is that I hope you have the information to make your choice decision. I think people get it confused when they're in this space or when they're in any space. But out of the individuals that do watch the show and out of the individuals that are in these spaces calls and they know where we're coming from, listen, I wish you well. And I'm not talking about the stock market. I'm talking about life. I wish you well, and I pray that you don't see me as an aggressor towards you. That is not what I do. I go live every day, and I show who I am every day to mass amounts of people. My face, my name, my leadership style, the way I roll. It's not for everyone. But I promise you, Sugar, you could call me tomorrow, and I'd give you every dollar I have. I don't care what you're invested in. I don't care if you're an AMC ape. I don't care if you're an HYMC ape. I don't care about any of that stuff. I would help my fellow man. So that's never been in question. What's been in question is the information and how it's given. And I'd love to give you an example of that right now. I'm going to ask you one question because you say you own them all. Sugar, why do you own HYMC?
Because I believe in it. That's why.
Okay. Who told you any information about it for you to believe in it?
I am grown man. I don't need anybody to tell me anything. I listen to everybody, but then, I do my own research. You can listen to everyone you want to, but at the end of the day, it should be your own decision. I make my own decisions. I listen to everybody. I do my own research, and then, I believe in Highcroft. I believe in the same way I believe in GameStop. The same thing I believe in AMC. It's your belief, whether the fundamentals are there or not there. But I believe in these companies because I believe in my community. Well, like you just said, your fellow man. I believe in my fellow men and women in this community. We might not all agree or not get along every day, but I want everyone to succeed. That's why I came in this community. And I bought AMC and GameStop. I bought it very expensive. And, I didn't know nothing back in the stock market. But when I joined Twitter, as much as toxic Twitter is or whatever, people say, Twitter gave hope to a lot of people. These space calls give hope to a lot of people like me and millions of other people. So it's my belief in the community and my community, GameStop, Highcroft, and AMC. It's my belief that there are a lot of good people and we all want to...
Real quick, with your belief, what's the fundamentals behind Highcroft mining that gets you invested in that?
He has none.
If
He just said none.
What is the numbers?
Well, it's sitting on a gold mine. What else we need to know? It's a bigger
You know how many gold mines are out there?
No, it's okay. It's okay.
I know, but it's a belief, man. I am invested in it, so it's my belief.
Hey guys,
there's a reason
no, Sugar, I got you,
It's
Sugar.
about opinions here.
Yeah, no. Anybody can do whatever they want, guys. We just heard them out. Sugar Kush, remember, you always have the space to say what you believe in, what you do, and I support you, and I hope you make it, man. I really do. I don't wish any ill will on anyone, so good luck either way. I pray it rockets. There's no sarcasm there for you. I wish you the best.
Thank you, man. And I wish you guys all the best.
Thank you,
much
sir.
Love and respect to all of you guys.
Yes, and I hope that we make a difference for you tonight and every night that you listen. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. So, hold on, Garrett. You got to hold your horses. I've got Steve here. Steve, you have the mic, Steve. The floor is yours. You can say whatever you want. If we're going to talk about fundamentals in business, we can do that as well. But if we're going to talk about spiritual belief, Well, then I'm going to let you talk that too, because apparently that's what we're doing
Well, what's
tonight.
your spiritual belief on Corey's post about you lying?
Well, I don't know the post, but is that Steve talking right now?
Yeah,
No.
Steve.
No? Okay. So, Steve, go ahead and talk for me, Steve.
That's Garrett speaking, since I know Steve's voice is
Yeah, there you go. It's okay. Hey, Garrett, please, we're adults here. Wait your turn. Steve, go ahead.
Yeah, just wanted to follow up on sort of the spiritual side of it, because it definitely is, part of it is, it's a valid question in terms of like, oh, what is the most persuasive way to get a argument across? And I've certainly probably gone overboard myself in just like ragging on AMC holders, but I think you're good. Like, giving a forceful delivery does not mean that you should. I mean, you can't worry too much about like how someone teetering on the brink is gonna receive what you're really trying to deliver as a like, hey guys, I see this train running into the wall. You should get out.
Yeah, I'll tell you how my analogy works for this. It's really simple for me. So we're a group of buddies, right? We're all a group of friends here, and your spouse is cheating on you, and I see them cheating on you. Do I tell you? Right? I mean, that's what it comes down to.
If you're a good friend, yeah.
Right. So I'm telling you, Adam Aaron's cheating on you. So that was the point. And I don't think people really understand it beyond that, but I help them the best I can. And if people don't want to believe me, well, you don't have to believe me. I mean, I have all the SEC files, everything open on my desk right now, right? Like, we're doing all this homework for no reason. But I'm going to give a platform right now to, I believe it's going to be, well, the other guy stepped down. What happened to Corey? I was waiting for that guy. Or he said something like, why'd you lie in your post? I don't know if he had the right guy. Because when I post stuff, I don't know who it is, but everything's documented. I don't post things that aren't documented. So,
oh, wait, Marantz, one last point real quick. I would just be, I'm super curious for any AMC owner to come up and like say, why would you hold AMC over GameStop? Because
no. Hold on, Steve. I'm supposed to let you talk. No, you go ahead and talk, Steve. You say whatever you want, and then I'll say my part on that.
Okay, because if you're holding for the squeeze, like in so many ways, GameStop seems like the better play, and they're both similar. But as a question of like leadership and like raising money and diluting and doing an offering, all of that is great if you trust the leader and to actually make smart decisions with that. And so like there's leadership, there's the debt, there's the actual opportunity for business transformation, there's the if the squeeze doesn't happen for any number of reasons, from the hedge funds pulling the strings on Wall Street, or the naked shorts don't exist, or whatever it may be, what do you want to be holding at the end of the day in that case? And like the reasons that I can see for holding AMC is, one, you got in or like after GME popped and you thought it was overpriced, and then like AMC ran up and everyone was stoked, and then you're just like diamond handing it. Or the community, it's got a huge social media like following, and that creates its own social pressures, and you want to be part of the group and all of that. Or just there's more people that have an emotional connection to movie theaters than to game stores, which I understand, but I just don't see the validity in like basing.
No, you got to throw out. No, I got you, but you got to throw out logic and reasoning, right? Because there is none. And I don't say it to belittle somebody. I'm saying it factually. Like, there is no logic to this. There is no reasoning to it, and you can't be sympathetic towards it, because when it comes to the table to you, like when they come to you and they go like, well, we got billions and billions of synthetics, and you're just like, what do you mean? Like, they haven't even factored in the idea of that not being true. So when the masses, the world is telling you it's real, it's almost like an unspoken religion, like a cult, and that's the movement. Now, if you're in it for money and you're in it for a play, and you're like, you know what? And you have the rationale to say, when it ran to 62, I made some money. I sold off. I came back. A numerous of us sold off at that time frame. But Right now, what you're seeing, what's about to happen, this is the common phrase. You don't know what's going to happen. Okay. I don't know what's going to happen. I see a guy loading a gun. I see a guy pointing a gun. And then I see what? Do I need the smoking gun? That's what it comes down to. And this is just an analogy. It's just a figure of speech here. But Dizzy, you have your hand up, and I'll always go to you. What's up, Diz?
Hey, everybody. I think I've said on previous calls before, it is all about the leadership, and I give no blind allegiance to any company. Doesn't even matter if it's GameStop. If Ryan Cohen started acting a certain way and the insiders sold, and they just weren't acting right, they weren't growing anymore, they weren't trying to do anything new, then I would not base my investments on my Twitter allegiances. It's not a hive mind. I like connecting with people for sure. I feel emotionally connected to a lot of GME investors. I consider a lot of them friends. But there have been in history a lot of movements with a lot of people where you can feel a certain affinity, but at some point, you have to think for yourself and look at the evidence in front of you. And Morantz is showing you on YouTube right now. He's showing you filings. He's calling Fidelity. He's doing all the stuff. And yet, it's crazy the amount of heat he's catching for it. And me, for even being here.
Guilty by association, don't you know?
I know, it's wild, man.
But it's when you don't speak the same language, right? You know what, guys, it's crazy because we're U.S. politics and political movements, and I don't care who you're for or what you are. It does not matter to me. Dizzy and I sit on we're a seesaw of spectrums on when it comes to that stuff. And yet we can still get along on this one common denominator that is GameStop. And so if you've seen the way the political movements go, right, whether you be for Trump or Biden, or whether you're for Black Lives Matter, or whether you're for pro-life and pro-choice, it does not matter, right? But I'm saying the mob mentality there, the swings that you see where people are afraid to speak up, people are afraid to say how they feel. They just go with the floor. They go with the crowd. You got to break free of that stuff. Be an independent thinker. So when I'm an independent thinker, I literally create my own space. I go out there and I see, and I'm not talking about the Twitter spaces. I'm talking about in general. You guys don't know the FUD that crept within my own heart. This is why I'm on YouTube. This is why I have a Twitter. This is why I got out here and started making different friends, because the guys I was surrounded with were all AMC guys. We're Dogecoin guys. We're like, hey, this is what we're going to do. We're going to go to the moon, and this is how it's going to happen. And I was in that group, and I'm just thinking, and then I'm hearing the pitch, and I'm hearing the delivery, and I'm like, yo, that does not talk to me, right? A one-eyed soldier who's failing at what he does for a living does not talk to me. And it's not to take a shot at him personally. I'm just referencing how shouting across the screen doesn't speak to me. Facts speak to me, not feelings.
First off, Moritz, I just want to say thank you to your channel. I know I don't watch often, but thank you to everything that you say, because we need people out there speaking about these things. We need people that are speaking about GameStop. As much as people may hate us for all the AMC talk, because I know deep down in all of us that believe in Ryan Cohen, we all have something in thoughts where we don't believe in AMC. I wish more people would listen to us.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll tell it to you like this. I was a huge fan.
I got a question. I may have.
Oh, no, go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't see it. I wasn't looking down.
I'm sorry.
No, go for it, Jim. No, Jim, go ahead.
Why do you feel like you wish people would listen to you so much? Because your DD is correct and everybody else's is wrong? I mean, can you guys elaborate on that? Can you, educate me on that?
Sure. I wouldn't say I want somebody to listen to me. If you do listen, great.
Well, Joe just said, it's like, I wish people would just listen to us more.
Yeah, he's talking about individuals with rationale.
Well, yeah, it's basically being recorded, but I know exactly what he said.
Yeah, I know it is. I'm showing it live on YouTube. That's not a threat. right, Jim? I mean,
No. Guys, I'm not threatening you either. I'm just trying to get behind the logic of what the purpose is here. You know
okay.
what I'm saying? Like, what's the goal? That's all I'm trying to say. I'm not taking you it up.
No, Jim, you showed up late, but so I'll tell you the purpose. We actually went over the SEC filings. We went over the BlackRock filing where they actually sold off 40% of their position. We also went over the Chris A. Cox filing where he sold off 90% of his position. That was all done within the last 48 hours. And then we're talking about the movement itself and how we feel it'll play out. But more so than that, I stick to topic, right? But then some people want to go ahead and come in here and try to make it a me versus you type deal or we versus them. And it's not that. You can absolutely say in here and speak your mind and say how you feel about things. But like when I'm looking at the chat from YouTube, right? And you would say, and these guys all feel the same way. And it's unfortunate sometimes when people hear facts, right? If we talk about the losses or the P&L or the cash on hand or why, these are all motivating factors into what is happening. When we speak that way, it can come off as, well, you're wrong and I'm right. And that's not the way it comes across. It comes across as you have information now. Now you get to make a decision.
Yeah, but you see a lot of people in the AMC community have a lot of information, and I do have a lot of information, and you have your information, but what makes you right and me wrong, or me right and me wrong when we're dealing with let me finish. When we're dealing with a corrupt system. I'm a GME holder. I'm an AMC holder. You know what I mean? So how do you fix a corruption?
Well, I'm not.
To fight each other?
No, I'm going to tell you right now. Maybe you have me all wrong, Jim. I don't know if you know who I am or what I do. I am not invested.
No, I really don't.
No, it's fine.
No, I just came into space. I heard you guys talking about it. I'm sitting there listening, and I'm like,
Sure.
well, what the, yeah.
I've been around for a year and a half. I've been on Reddit since November 2020. Why am I invested? For fundamentals, and I love the company fundamentally. I have nothing to do with market manipulation, short squeezes. I don't even talk that stuff. Not one bit. So that does not matter to me.
I'm not talking to short squeezes, but do you believe market manipulation is?
It doesn't matter to me. I'm going to tell you something why it doesn't matter to me.
Hold on. You just said market manipulation does not matter to you.
That is correct.
Why not?
Because I invest like if I were Warren Buffett, right? I invest past macroeconomics. I invest for value business. Let me tell you something. I'm going to explain it to you. I've been in a stock that I started buying at $100 a share, and it currently sits at $540, $530, $580, $619 this year, right? I own a lot of Costco. I own a lot of GameStop. I've had my Costco stock for a decade. Do I care what it does? Do I care who owns it, who shorts it, who attacks it? No. I care if the company's run the right way, if the leadership is sound, and if the business model works. That's what I care about. I'm a gamer.
All right, yeah. I'm a gamer too. So a year and a half ago, right, they were sitting there trying to put AMC out of business. They did the same thing with GameStop, did the same thing with Toys R Us or whatever. You're a gamer, I don't care. You don't care about fundamentals.
I care about fundamentals.
Oh, you do?
That's all I care about.
Okay, yeah. So, GameStop's fundamentals were not there at all. They took the bug, but no way. Somebody, fucking broke the code, right? DVB, he broke the code. So, what about AMC?
What about
it? You don't believe in that stock. You don't believe in stock. The fundamentals were not there.
They're still aren't.
Now?
No, they're god awful.
That's where the disagreement, comes.
Yeah, I know.
Between you and I.
No, Jim, I got you, but I mean that's why we read the SEC filings and do logic and we do basic arithmetic, like plus and minus, right? Since 2018, they've had almost $5 billion worth of debt. They currently still do. Yet they've offered up 400 million shares. They have no cash on hand to burn because they have covenants and they have interest owed. So by 2023, they're going to owe $500+ million. What are they going to do? They're going to do exactly what they're doing right now. They're going to offer up a preferred equity to you, and they're going to dilute it.
Well, no, they already offered it.
Hey, young man, I understand that, sir. I understand they already offered it to you. I'm letting you know they're going to dilute it because they're giving it to you, right? AMC doesn't own any. And now that it's yours, the only way they can sell it and make a profit and pay for their bills and their mistakes and their bonuses is to dilute it and sell it. That takes the equity, aka cash, out of the stock initially, yes. And in turn, out of this unit that has no backing, unit that has no value. The only way you can get it value is if you, in turn, turn them into shares. And guess who's going to do that?
Hold on. What value did GameStop have when it took the buy button away?
This is not about GameStop. You just changed the whole thing. We're staying on point here. We're talking about AMC, and then you went to GameStop.
How many, not only GameStop, numerous stocks.
Sure, but we're not talking. But you're talking about stocks. You're not talking about a preferred equity unit that has no company behind it. Who's the CEO of Ape? Where's the P&L for Ape?
There is none.
That's my point. And there never will be.
Wow. Wait a minute. Hold on. Brad, each ape is equal to one AMC, so they're all shareholders of the underlying assets of AMC Movie Theater Company.
Ape is not tied to the value, the market cap of AMC after said date, after they launch. You guys can't try this anyway. In a quarter from now, let me ask you, Eric, in a quarter from now, okay, when they run an earnings report, show me where we're going to have an earnings report for Ape.
What?
It's a separate security.
God, it's a preferred equity unit.
Thank you.
Crying out loud, Morantz. I thought you knew the market, dude. I
do.
How this stuff works. You talk like you do, but then you say things.
Who's talking right now?
Totally contradictory.
APEs?
If Elon Musk
Or Eric?
Musk decides to buy AMC, right, and he makes a $50 billion offer, that $50 billion will be spread equally between all the AMC shares and all the Ape shares after, of course, all the debt, etc. is paid.
Ape doesn't pick up any equity increased based off of other than who owns it. No, it's not. Who owns Ape, guys? Stop. Who owns Ape?
Ape shares are equal to AMC shares.
Thank you.
Underlying assets.
Okay, let's do it again. Who owns AMC shares?
Who owns AMC shares?
Yes.
How can you even interpret it that way?
What do you mean?
There's 516 million.
It's a publicly traded company. Guys, the public owns it, not the company themselves. This is the difference between investors. What?
That's what we just. That's what we just said.
You won't own anything with an ape. Do you not understand that? You gotta think about it. The value of AMC drops. There is no way that the ape is gonna be trading at the same value when the value of AMC changes.
It doesn't matter. The price.
You're gonna have half.
Stop,
of your
guys.
shares, and
Stop.
that is it.
I know. Hey, guys, stop. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Let it go. Let it go, guys. Everybody chill for a
guys,
second.
Please,
I know.
Please raise your hand.
I got this.
Please raise your hand.
I got this. We're going to relax for a minute, okay? Because people don't understand how this is all going to play out. But just remember, it's like if I gave you cash. There's nothing behind it. It's no different than going and getting a crypto that's just a shit coin. There's nothing behind it. The more it gets diluted, there's nothing behind it. It's just a vehicle. Listen clearly. It's just a vehicle, and I'm going to change the word from equity to cash. It's just a vehicle to move cash out of said stocks, AMC, and move it over to Ape, with the ability to pay off debt, which would sound great if AMC owned some. But out of those 516 million shares that are out there in this world that Adam Aaron has boasted, retail owns, you all claim you own the float. AMC does not own any. That is my point. So in order for them to own some, they have to dilute it more. In turn, the value of Ape goes down. I don't know how to paint the picture any other way. You are going to have to pay for AMC's debt, their bonuses, and any bad deals they have on the table. And they're going to use it as a currency. As a matter of fact, I think I even have that written somewhere out here in Never Neverland, because I was over here cruising AMC damn 8Ks, and I think I made it on the damn the PowerPoint presentation I did earlier. I want to make sure. Oh yeah, look at this. If you guys are on YouTube, you're gonna love this shit. So I can't even make this up to you guys. The verbiage is just that. Literally right here. When I say your investment is gone, the company expects that the AMC preferred equity units will serve as a currency. That is not something that you actually invest in. If I'm an investor and I'm calling up and I want to be in charge and I want to get into AMC, I'm not going into APE. I'm going into AMC. And if you're buying APE, remember this. If you're buying APE, you better know who's buying it, because they're going to hold the voting rights on it as it gets diluted. And it keeps getting diluted. They're going to lose that percentage. Retail will lose a percentage of the vote that they claim they hold. You will see what happens to this. And I will give you all the rope in the world to do it. But for all of you guys that laugh about it, that think that it's going to the moon, good luck. That's all I can say, because it's factual. It's on the screen. I'm not going to let it go. Preferred, and it says, will serve as a currency to raise the additional equity capital to strengthen its balance sheet, including debt repayments, and provide capital for opportunities of value enhancing transformation acquisitions and or investments, which is bullshit. Every single investment they've made in the last 4 years have lost money. I've got them all right here. And it's not going to change. They're not making money. But hey, these are not opinions either. So we'll go back to it. I'm going to go back to the chat right now. I know we have people with their hands up, and you're going to have an opportunity to say how you feel, because a lot of you guys feel a certain way. Next up is the unforgettable Eric. Eric, the floor is yours. You know how I feel about you. You can say whatever you want. Go ahead, Eric.
Yeah, other than just outright being wrong, like you are, in so many ways about how you deliver this information. What you say is based in reality, but what you do is you change it so the way it's delivered confuses everybody, and it's just outright wrong.
Who's confused? Okay? I'm curious.
This is the deal. Okay? Is for paying off debt and all of these other things, right? And when he offers more, okay, why would people purchase it? Why would anyone purchase it if he offers more APE? Can you answer me that?
Yeah, for the vote. So they get voting.
No, not for the vote. For the conversion.
It's for the conversion.
That's the vote. Okay. To become a share.
No. To have a preferred voting, Jim, let me get this. To have a preferred voting right, okay, you have to have an APE that is given to the AMC shareholders. You have to have that in order to vote. That's called an AMC 1, okay? And when you have that, you retain voting rights, meaning that we will all retain our voting rights, okay? And then when he sells APE, it's for simply to get liquidity, as you said, to pay bills. And when he pays those bills, well, guess what? Their debt goes away, and nobody can say anything about that anymore. And then who buys it? Everyone, like I said before, because everyone that's buying it, first of all, the price is going to go up even if he offers more because of the conversion, because they can be converted into voting rights. This is really important to understand, Morant.
I said that part.
Well then why wouldn't the price go up? And why would it be a bad deal?
Do you have $5 billion?
Money in a genius, not personally.
No, I'm asking.
I plan on it.
No, do you think someone, an investor out there, wants to pay off AMC's debt?
Yeah.
Why hasn't it been done in 4 years?
Everyone that wants to convert the shares.
You're talking about the same individuals that just sold off all their percentage.
Wow, do you not? I'm wondering because you're not understanding this.
BlackRock just sold 40% of their position.
You're stating something irrelevant. Now you're changing the
How's
subject.
that irrelevant?
What are you doing? Why don't we stick to the point, Morant?
Yes, stick to the point. The chief financial officer of the company sold off 90% of his shares. BlackRock sold off 40% of theirs, 41%. You don't, and that was all within 48 hours. You don't think this matters?
Check it out. I appreciate that.
What do you mean you'll check it out? It means you don't know it. This is crazy, man.
No. If they're selling the shares, that means I'm buying them.
Never mind. You don't understand.
I do because. I'm sorry, Jim. I'm done.
Hold on. Why never mind? You just made a good point. Why never mind?
Because retail's going to own it all, right, guys?
Respond to what he just said.
What did he say? He said he's going to buy them all. Good for him. He's going to pay.
What he said. What do you mean what he said? You're recording a space call. You're a YouTuber, and you're not listening to what people are saying to you?
No, hey, Jim.
But you want us
Go
to
ahead,
listen
Jim.
to you?
Go ahead, Jim. Get it off your chest. Go ahead. Are you done? You are. Okay, cool. So if you are going to take the position of BlackRock.
I have a serious question.
One thing. I'm sorry.
Have you ever seen a picture of a grown man naked?
Let me tell you, I haven't seen a picture. I've seen it myself, though, Jim, but go ahead.
All right. At least we can joke about it.
Marantz, can you and I talk for a minute?
We can in a minute. I'm just waiting for Jim to finish up.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
No, I'm done.
All right, Jim.
So I have personally over $1 million in this play, so I can speak intelligently on it with you.
I hope, because if you have $1 million in the AMC investment, I'd be nervous.
And I've shown Tara, because she thought I was a show. I was like, listen, I have big money in this, so I'm happy to converse with you and explain to you exactly what's going on. There's 516 million shares of AMC.
Yes, sir.
Every share is going to be given a dividend. It's basically a split, very similar to what you guys had in GME. It's just going to have a different ticker of APE. Reason he's doing that, he's probably catering to the community, building hype. Eventually, you're right, there is going to be dilution. He's going to do an offering, probably sell 200, 300, 400, 500 million additional APE, and there will be massive dilution, and the stock price will plummet, etc. We agree on all that, correct?
Absolutely.
Okay. On August 23rd, when there's 516 million APE and 516 million AMC, if, like I said, AMC is purchased by Elon Musk at a price of $40 a share, every APE and every AMC share is going to get $40 for the buyout. Do you agree?
That day? Yeah, that day. It would have to be that day. But yeah, I mean, hypothetically, if we're going to say there's going to be some angel that comes down and does that, who would buy it for that? But I hear you. Hypothetically, that day, yes, it would have said value.
So regardless of what they trade at on the market, whether APE is at $10 and AMC is at $20, whatever, if there was an acquisition, each share would get the same exact amount. Agreed?
Yes.
They're both claim on future cash flows.
Yes, because it's a publicly traded company, yes.
So the notion that the APE shares initially is causing dilution is false because it's 1 for 1. Agreed?
Yes.
So there's no dilution on the 22nd.
There is no dilution the first day. We've said this part.
Okay, because I heard you say something otherwise.
I said, and I'll say it again for you guys. I said that the only people that own APE are retail investors and or set investors. AMC themselves hold no shares. So if they don't hold the shares, and that means in turn they don't get rewarded APE. What are they going to do?
When you say AMC doesn't hold any shares, there's no insiders shares at AMC?
It's minimal amount, man. It's 0.2%, if that. They still get the APE unit on RSUs and PSUs, so they have not vested fully. So over the next 3 years, the ones that are in there on the deadline, I went over this earlier in the call and on the little thing I made for you guys, a PowerPoint presentation, but it doesn't matter, man. Listen, guys, you guys really think that you're going to buy off the $5 billion? This is crazy.
No, I don't think that. I think the company is going to go bankrupt eventually. I think
yes, they are.
They're not going to be able to raise shares, but I also think there's a ton of naked shorts. I feel like when this thing squeezed the last time, a lot of hedgies took massive short positions, and they've been rolling them. And I don't know if APE's going to expose them. They might have a workaround. I mean, these people have been dragging this thing out for a long time. I feel like the market sentiment with regards to how many APE holders there are and how their conviction of not selling, and I feel like, even the 120 million shares that are shorted legitimately, I feel like there is a massive opportunity for a squeeze based on sentiment, based on why short squeezing. I feel like they're all going to move, and there's opportunity to make money there. But as a fundamental of a company long term, absolutely not. It's losing money
And that's been my point.
That's what they've been saying forever, and we're still the fundamentals are already
Hey,
here.
Jim, it's not your turn yet, Jim. You got to hold your horses.
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
No, I'm sorry. Yeah, I apologize.
I know you want to interject, but we take our time here and we get it all out.
You're welcome.
We're on the same page. You know that APE has the equivalent value of AMC initially. Your argument is that the fact that they can print or mint 4.5 billion additional shares and cause dilution is your gripe.
Well, here's the thing. So I'll just play the other part of it. Like, you'll see other people say that's not going to happen. He's not going to cheat out retail. He knows that we're all back him, and he's not going to do it. And I say, well, then why is it allowed? Right? Why is it even in there? Why is the clause in there? And I'll tell you why. Because for the same reason he said, well, the shareholders voted for this in 2013. None of those shareholders are here. These are all new shareholders here. And the insiders sell off knowing that this is available to them, this vehicle to drive equity back to the company. So when they have a clause the last 13 months out of 2021, from 2020 to 2021, where they can sell an unlimited amount of shares, there's their own insider talk going on. Let them do what they do. Let them run that business to the ground. They're doing a great job of it. For people to think there's a pivot happening or there's a transition or they're doing more, they just haven't looked at the financials. They're only looking month to month, year to year versus 2021, 2020. And you can't do that. You can't operate that way.
And I don't think they realize that they're each getting an 8. When he does a rate, so
you're coming in broken, bro.
When there's, no, I said was that they're getting an 8 this time around. When Adam and Aaron will raise with APE,
yep,
they're not going to get an 8. They're going to get diluted.
Correct. Just the original APE is going to get diluted, and that's the problem I have. That everyone who's hanging on to it.
Well, not the original APE. The AMC shares will be diluted too.
Yes, but watch this. Here's my question. Here's the hypothetical APE, since you have a lot in there, is how high does Adam Aaron allow it to run before he cuts the knees off? That's it.
I don't think he's going to be able to fundraise like in the next month.
I don't think anyone wants to put money into that company. And if it's individuals like the ones who were just in here saying they're willing to buy up BlackRock's 25 million, or they sold out 14 million shares yesterday. Like, you're going to go buy 14 million shares? I'll sit back. I want to watch that happen.
One thing that I think is important for the apes to know, to understand, is that
it's very important, whatever you're saying, but it's not coming out. So I'm going to let you drop down and come back into the call.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can right now. Are you like in a damn bomber shelter or something, like a tornado shelter? What the hell's going on with you? You come back in the call and drop back in and drop back out, and we'll take the call. But I have two people with their hands up, and they're reaching muscle fatigue with their hands. So first one's going to be Shadow Stars. Eric, I am coming to you. Trust me. I'm pacing myself for you, Eric. But Shadow Stars, go for it. What you got, brother?
Hey, I just wanted to chime into the discussion here. A lot of people getting emotional, so let's take the emotions out of it and just let's be rational here. So I want to talk about this ape. So we know that there's 516 blah blah million ape units being issued. So they're saying that, hey, AMC can raise money with ape. So okay, let's say this ape comes out at whatever. Let's say hypothetically $20.
Sure.
It gets diluted by doing another 516 million ape.
It's not a fucking dilution, guys. Don't you get it?
Jim, do I have to pull the collar, brother? I don't want to do it to you. I just want you to chill. Just chill, Jim.
Chill.
All right.
I'm out.
All right. I know. You're out like your belly button, brother. I hear you. Not a fucking dilution. That's exactly what it is when they need to get money out of it. They don't have it. We're trying to build this logic into these guys' heads. We only have a couple more days to do this, guys. I only have X amount of days left until this shit happens, and I'm doing my best to talk to one person at a time, and if the bricks get laid out right, then maybe we get one more person. But somebody like Jim, who needs to snap into a Slim Jim, I don't know what to tell him. Calm the hell down, brother. Life goes on. But who do I have here now? And I know you were talking there, Shadow. Get the thought out, Shadow. Go ahead.
Yeah, so...
Holy shit, I'm scared of Jim, by the way. He makes me nervous.
Yeah, that 516, let's say he offers the exact same amount. He's going to sell that because, as you said, AMC doesn't have any APE right now. So that overall means that the value of APE has to fall. There's more supply in there. Your value, if you had a value of whatever, $20, it's going to drop from 20.
You know what else is going to do? I'm going to tell you what else is going to do. Have you ever had your hands tied behind your back and then somebody just walked by and hit you in the nuts? No?
Nope, can't say that.
All right, you can't relate? Well, it's about to happen to every Robinhood investor, every investor on Ally, every investor on, well, I have it all here for you guys, just in case you guys are wondering. Let me pull this up here. So every investor, and I'll go down the list here, in Ally Investment, Betterment, First Trade. Is it First Trade? Yeah, it should be that. We'll do M1. We'll do Open Invest. We'll do Rise, SoFi, Wealth, Sago Trade, Stash, Stockpile, Tastyworks, Twine, Axos, Wealth Sample, Webull, and Public. All of them are going to have some type of restrictions on trading said preferred equity share. I still have to make my phone calls. You guys know I've been calling up on all of that. I'm going to find out what they are. Like for Fidelity, even Fidelity has restrictions on trading it. You have to call, you have to talk to them before you can even trade and or buy some. So what's going to happen when everyone's on position close only? That's what's going to happen to these guys. They're going to only have the ability to sell the APE. And who are you selling it to? That's my problem. Who is buying your vote? Because you're going to sell. Oh, you don't think you're going to sell? When you don't have the ability to buy any, you're nervous. Go look what happened on the 28th. But they already told everybody. They're saying it out loud right now. They're not going to let you do it. So shout out to Mass. I saw you come back, Mask, and ask a great question. Who's still in Robinhood? Well, I'm just going to warn you now. Plenty of people. They love the colors. But go back to it. Shadow, I'll let you finish up your thought there, and we'll get Eric on the mic next.
Yeah, I mean the logic I'm trying to follow here is that, yes, you own whatever. Let's say you own 2 shares of APE versus 1 when they dilute. Let's say they do 2-to-1 basically. So, okay, if the price remains exactly the same, okay, you haven't lost money technically. But if that value doesn't go up, you're not making money on your investment.
Yeah, but it doesn't even matter. Like, let's say if it does go up. Let's say it goes up. You can't get the equity back to the stock. It stays on the APE side. So the APE's still vulnerable no matter what you do. It's like if I gave my kids some money, right? Like I go, here, hold my $100. It's out of my wallet. It's in that person's pocket. I have to hope and pray they don't lose it. And at this point, Adam Aaron controls APE. Whether it gets diluted, what he does with the money, he has full autonomy. He has all the authority in the world. That's why individuals that are investing in it better believe in him and his leadership style. But for the last 7 years, it's a track record. It's spaghetti leadership. It's just throwing ideas up on the wall, see what sticks. And I tell you, I'm still waiting for popcorn stands in my mall. They're not here. And he said they'd be here by the end of the year. But keep going. I'm listening.
Yeah, I mean, so the final part to tie it together is that they're doing this to basically raise money because their business model is not working.
Correct.
So you're not going to get money back for that investment until he changes that business model. But this business model might not even make it until next year because if we look at the immediate debt that's coming up, they have that Odeon 2023 maturity, which is like $500 million.
A 500. Yeah, I have it here on the screen. I'll get it up on the screen right now so people know that he's just not saying this stuff. So right here, it's going to be 552. It came down to 505. So 505, and he's got to pay it right here. So that's coming up year 1. It's due 2023, $505 million. In addition to that, they have other payments that they have to make each year that they have been making. And not only the debt, this is what people don't understand. When I was reading the whole damn thing was the operating leases, not on the buildings themselves, but also on the equipment. Operating leases have increased tenfold on these guys. So they didn't factor that in when they were doing their damn loans and trying to project everything out, and they're screwed. Go read the damn earnings statement, guys. It's the stuff that they don't tell you, right? So that's what I was reading. And I was like, wow, this is awesome. This means they're going under faster than I thought. But that's why they need to raise capital now. And this whole idea that 2013 is, the voters got this idea together, and this is what gave you the ability to issue the APE. He's had this ability the whole time. He's had the ability to offer this to the masses the whole time. We're talking about since 2018 when he was 4.7 billion under. So why did you wait this long? Why did you allow all your insiders to sell off every single share, including today? You guys got to know that when you're selling off insiders, you are taking away the incentive to do a great job. You're gambling right now, Adam Aaron is, with house money, with other people's money, not his own. That's the issue I have. Guy's not buying back in. I'd love to see him buy some APE. Really show me that you want to pay off this debt or these mistakes that you made over this last whole 7 years. But he's not going to do it. He's going to find idiots like the last guy that I had to talk to, and I'll call him an idiot. Guy who says he wants to buy BlackRock shares that he just sold. You couldn't buy all of BlackRock shares if you wanted to. You can't move the market. So I wish him the best of luck either way. But yeah, people are in Robinhood still. Anything else, Shadow, before I get on?
Yeah, the final part is just, we can crunch the numbers. 900 or so million cash on hand, that 500 million debt that they got to pay, they got rent deferred, they got those lease payments that they need to make.
They're never going to get there.
Then we got the minimum amount of cash that they need to hold because of those
the covenants.
Other the covenants that they have.
150 million, 144 million. Like it's ridiculous.
To that degree. And then we got Q3 coming up, and we know that movie theaters don't really do well in Q3. So Q2 was supposedly a stellar quarter, and they were losing money. So Q3 is going to be probably even worse. So how are they going to survive? They have to dilute. They have to basically take your money for people buying into this so-called APE.
I'm just gonna say this out loud because Almo just made a great point. Most of the AMC investors were like in 5th grade when those shareholders voted and said that they could use this APE equity unit, the additional equity. So we get it, man. We get it. That's hilarious, Almo. Good job. Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and go right now to Eric. I've had Eric wait long enough. Eric, the floor is yours, Eric. You can say whatever you want. You know that, and I'm not going to stop you. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the channel, Eric. I love you, man. Go for it, brother.
Oh, jeez. You guys, man. It's ridiculous how you interpret this stuff. I can't even believe it.
I know. It's hard to read English, bro.
Let's just say.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Let's just say that they offer these APE, and what happens? Can we all agree that it squeezes?
What squeezes?
The AMC stock.
Why would it squeeze?
Why would it squeeze? Do you not understand why a stock squeezes?
Well, no, what I'm...
Are you asking me?
Questions?
No, Dizzy. Hold on, Dizzy. I got this.
I want to understand, man.
I'm sorry.
I'm perfect. All right.
No, Eric, I'm trying to figure this out. Here's why I say it this way. It's Q3. There are no big movie titles coming out. There's no reason for anyone to buy a share of AMC.
That's what the APE's for.
What do you mean?
Okay. Is he going to release more APE after he gives he issues the first set?
I would assume so.
Okay. All right. So you're just telling me he's going to issue these and nothing's going to happen?
Yeah,
he's
the
not
price.
gonna get any money?
The price of APE is going to go down, and then in turn,
and how much money does he have in the bank?
He's burning off cash right now. So he's at $950, but he can only spend $800.
No, that's not. He's burning. Listen, how much does he have in the bank?
$800 that he can use. $800 million.
Why can't he use the other 800?
What other 800?
The other 800 that you're not talking about.
He only has $800 million. Are you okay, Eric?
You're telling me he has under $1 billion?
Yes.
In liquidity?
Yes.
Oh, well, I'm telling you different.
Okay.
I'm telling you you're wrong. I'm telling you
all
your
right.
numbers are all off, and
yeah.
you really, truly don't understand how this works. The stock's going to squeeze.
I'm sorry, but quick question. How does 800 billion turn into double of AMC split?
Yo.
Because he's got more. We're not even talking about splits.
Oh man, I need to go to a restaurant with you, Eric, and we're gonna split the bill. That's what we're gonna do, me and you. This is awesome. Dizzy, did you have anything you want to say? I saw your hand up.
Yes, Marantz. You know I am always playing devil's advocate, and
You
I'm
are.
always, you know.
I'm on the verge of banning you.
You know, I'm in a. Sorry. But you know, I used to be in AMC last year, right? I made some friends there. I still consider them friends.
Crap.
Well, what's going on, Eric? Eric, why are you interrupting the young lady? Let her speak her piece.
Christ.
Let her speak her piece. I don't want to knock you down, Eric. You know I don't want to put you on mute, brother. I like you, man.
Anyway.
There you go.
No, there's so Marantz, someone came up and they pinned a tweet. I went and read it, and I know that while it's an unsolicited tweet that may be disparaging to you, I went and looked up the content, right? And there's one thing that says, you know, Marantz claims that he doesn't make money off YouTube, yet here is evidence he made a grand total of $1,700. Marantz, you better explain yourself. I mean, you are grifting off of
Dizzy,
grand total.
How many times have you watched his channel and seen how much he's given away?
I know, and I keep trying to win something.
Oh man.
I'm sorry, but like, how much has he given away at the same time? Do you know how much it takes to make money on YouTube? My girlfriend tried doing YouTube. She tried making tutorials. I'm not trying to laugh in any way at what my girlfriend did, but it is not easy in any way.
You guys are funny, man. You guys are funny, man. Can I tell you, Dizzy?
Look, Joe. I'm gonna have something against Marantz until I win an NFT, because I go to that live stream all the time, and Marantz is talking crap because I am working remotely and wearing granny panties.
No, but you won, and you didn't reply in the chat, so I don't know. You've won something once.
I was in a meeting.
Yeah, but
trust me, I go through the same stuff. I'm at work 24/7. I thought I finally had time to go and watch Mariah's channel. My car got totaled. Trust me, I was upset. I won a $100 GameStop gift card from Marantz.
Yeah.
I think it was $100. I don't remember exactly, but it allowed me to buy my lights for my damn desk finally.
I will tell you this.
Trust me, I'm in complete support of everything that Marantz does. Even if I'm not all the time watching your channel, I'm in complete support of what he does.
I'll defend myself to that tweet. I'll just tell you. If people have been here since day one, like when I was in the kitchen pounding on the table, they know that I don't ask you to buy merchandise. I don't ask you to super chat. I don't ask you to join a Patreon. I don't ask you to pay for a Discord. We do it all out of our kindness of our hearts. There's a group of us. It's not just me. I have a whole group of moderators who contribute. Am I sponsored? To a point, I would say it's internally by the community. Community supports the channel with donations, NFTs, things of that nature. We have given away thousands of dollars, the channel. And any bit of money that I've gotten, I actually send it off, like through shipping, right? Like it doesn't matter whatever. If somebody wins something, we ship it off and we physically pay for the toll. Additionally, you know, I don't know how much they think I'm raking in, but if you're going to do the math, Dizzy, $1,700 what they said, right? Go ahead and you can add up all the super chats. It's not even that. This year, super chats, I probably have done like $300 maybe. I don't know what the total is, but I will tell you this. I have 700 something videos. So if you do the math, I'm making about $2 a video, and those videos are 7 hours long, 5 hours long. Right now, we're 2 hours long, and if I'm making about $2 a video, you can do the math there. What I do for a living, I make plenty of money where I don't have to be here. And it's not like I'm bragging. I'm just letting you know, a grown man that has plenty of time on his hands, that's where I find the time to study, to communicate with the masses, the community, everybody. Reach out in Twitter Spaces calls, not only my own. I'm accessible. You can text me. You can call me. Everyone has my phone number. Everyone knows I'm a real person. That's it. You guys all know the story if you watch the show. It's a trilogy. It's a saga. It keeps going on. You know my twin brother. You know my cat. You know my little brother. You know my wife, the hedge fund. You know the kid. You know everybody, guys. You know the stories because I live them out in real life right here in front of you. Am I making a killing? Not at all. I have 4,000 followers. I don't even make a penny of you. So that's on average. That's on you. And I could care less about the money. So one day these guys understand why I do it. And they'll see the information. They'll be like, damn, it was all there the whole time. But the lucky ones, the few that watch, they understand. But yeah, you can never call me out for grifting. I'm the worst grifter in the whole world. What the hell's wrong with you? Giveaway already this week. This is not an exaggeration. I've given away $1,300 worth of NFTs on the GameStop marketplace this week, and we're only on the third fucking day. Like, you guys are joking. There's not a guy out there right now in YouTube giving away anything. And I do that daily. It does not matter. I don't need it. I don't want it. It's all for you. The information's free, by the way. So now that you're smiling and laughing at me there, Recovery, you're going to have to wait because there's people in front of you. And I let Recovery come up in here. Is that his name, Recovery? I can't see it on my phone here. I'm going to let you talk in a minute, but not yet. And I know that you hate me or you feel a certain way about me, but maybe you don't understand me. But it's okay. Brian, AMC, you are up on the mic, Brian. Listen to the rules. There are none. You can say whatever you want. Just be respectful to your time and to the people around you. But you can pitch it the way you got to pitch it, man. We'll take it. Go for it, Brian.
I mean, first of all, so you're like one of these GameStop guys? Is that what?
You could call me that, but I'm just an information type of guy. You can call me GameStop. I don't mind. I'm a GameStop elitist. Absolutely.
I mean, I seen I think he was on David's call last night, I guess, right?
Yeah, the David and the little guy. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, he was there.
Yeah, I wouldn't call him a little guy, but yeah, okay.
There you go.
Yeah, that's all I really had. I mean,
you want to find out who I was?
I think you're wrong about Q3. I think there's already been some good movies come out. Minions did well.
It's awesome.
Thor, Bullet Train's a good movie. You should go watch it.
Yep. Takes place in Kyoto, Japan. I agree.
Maverick's still kicking ass. It'll have a good weekend this weekend with the poster they're giving out.
That's awesome.
I don't understand what you get out of having these calls. Like,
what do you mean?
What's your end game with this? Like, what's your point? Like, what do you want us to do? I mean, what do you want us to happen?
Brian, have you been here for the whole call?
No, I just got on.
Okay, that's my point. You're trying to find out what I'm doing with the call, but you haven't been here for the call.
No, I don't really care what you're doing.
Okay, but you just asked.
I listened to you last night. But what's your point? Like, I mean, what do you get out of this?
Giving information?
I mean, what's the point? Like, dude, if I was not invested in AMC and I thought it was a shit stock, like, I would be asleep right now.
I know. That's the difference between you and I.
Like, what's your point? Like,
what's
yours?
yours?
What do you want AMC holders do? Like, man, do you really think that we're going to sell the ape?
No.
Like this?
I don't think you are. I don't think you are.
If you're in GameStop, man, why would you not buy it?
Can I tell you something, Brian?
Why would you not buy the ape? I mean,
Brian, you're asking the questions, and I'm going to help you. You want the answer.
The Bed Bath & Beyond, BlackBerry, that's the apes.
That's not me. I'm not an ape.
Okay.
I'm not invested for manipulation. I'm not invested for a short squeeze. You haven't taken the time to get to know me, not one bit, but you want to ask questions.
I've probably been at AMC longer than anybody in this room.
I mean, that's a badge of honor, right? I mean, that's something that you want to hold with you. That's fine. I don't feel either way about it. That's not the purpose of the call. That's not the purpose of what we do.
But what's your purpose? That's all I'm trying to figure out.
Sure, pass on the information.
All right, I'm going to mute my mic and you, tell me why I'm wrong.
You're not wrong, Brian. You're not wrong. If you're convinced in your investment, I encourage you to hold it. I encourage you to do whatever you're going to do. I'm just here to give you information so you can make a great decision. There's information out here that's not being passed around. Information that I just talked to a guy right now. He had no idea BlackRock sold 41% of their position in AMC yesterday. He has no idea that an insider sold 90% of his position 2 days ago. When those things are happening, it's kind of telling you the roadmap of what's about to happen. But you don't have to believe it. You can go any route you want to go. When there's position close only on Robinhood, position close only on any Apex clearinghouse brokerage firms that they're clearing through, When you have to actually call Fidelity, I called Fidelity, I posted the video. They're letting you know you can't sell it unless you go in there and you call them and you talk to them. No, you can sell it, you just can't buy it. But people don't even know that they can't buy it yet. They don't know that they're not allowed to buy it.
It's always going to be that way. I mean, you think in 6 months you're not going to be able to go on Robinhood and buy it. I don't care.
I'm not talking about 6 months from now. I'm talking about 22nd.
I mean, man, do you think this is just like a 1 week thing, a 2 week thing? I mean, you think it's going somewhere?
No, I don't care either way. I don't care if it's 1 week, 1 year, 3 years. That's not the point.
Like, you don't think in 6 months, man, like the AMC stockholders will still be wanting to buy more?
You would want to buy something that's there to pay off AMC's debt?
I mean, man, I literally heard you say that you have a couple of days to get people on board. Like, what does that statement mean, a couple of days? I mean,
yeah,
a couple of days
to get the information. To get the information that you need. No, if you want to, listen, if you're going to make a profit.
You said we
Brian,
have a couple of days to get people on
Brian,
board. What does that mean?
Brian, you're not one of the ones I'm trying to talk to. You know why, Brian? You've been in it for the longest. That means you have a cost average a lot lower than everyone else, right? You would assume?
Man, I've been buying shit. Man, I'm always buying.
Thank you.
I don't care about the cost average.
Okay, so that's what I'm, see, you're not the guy that I'm looking at. You're not the guy I need to talk to because rationale went out the window a long time ago with you. P&L went out the window a long time ago with you.
Dude, I'm sitting here looking at you and you're a cartoon.
I'm a cartoon.
Why would I mean, that's what the picture I'm looking at. Why would I listen to you?
That's right. Why would you? You don't have to.
I mean, I'm not trying to be an ass. I'm just trying to understand. Like,
you're doing a bad job of that.
But what's the point?
You don't know me, Brian. That's the point.
What's the point of you coming up to talk?
Man, I've been listening to all this. It's freaking nuts.
It's your prerogative to listen to it.
You don't know what Adam Aaron's going to do. You don't know what Adam Aaron's going to do.
That's what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do. We're going to go back to saying we don't know what he's going to do. I have an earnings call. You know what I do, Brian, with my free time? Because I got a lot of it, apparently. I listen to 2020 earnings calls out of AMC. Have you ever heard them?
Yeah.
Not 2021, 2020. During the pandemic, when apparently you were probably invested, right? And for what reason? They were already $4.8 billion in the negative before the pandemic. There's a track record. There always has been. You can put your money with fools. And a fool and his money will part ways very soon.
So there was a guy up here that just said, you asked him, why would it squeeze? Why would GameStop squeeze?
I'm not talking about GameStop.
But no, I'm just asking you that question.
I'm not invested into GameStop for a squeeze. Everybody knows this. Anyone who knows my channel, my content, knows that I put out a monthly video, PowerPoint presentation of fundamentals on GameStop. I don't talk MOAS. I don't talk manipulation. I talk fundamentals. P&L. Period.
Well, let's talk about fundamentals on AMC then, man.
There are none. I'd love to talk to you about it.
Yeah.
Go for it.
That's what you're going to say.
Go for it. Hey, the mic is yours. The mic is yours to go all out right now, Brian. Fundamentals, go.
There's no getting nowhere with you. I'll pass it to somebody else.
When it's time to talk, there's nowhere to get. No, go with the numbers.
Brian, go ahead and compare your fundamentals.
Stop.
Fucking year over year. I'm sorry, Brian. I'm sorry.
Joe, relax for a second. I want to do this. Brian, I know more fundamentals about AMC than anyone you know in life, online, period. Try me. Talk fundamentals on AMC.
Man, this 8 thing's got you rattled, don't it?
No.
Like, you're pretty rattled about it.
It should have you rattled.
It doesn't have me rattled at all.
I know, because you haven't done the homework.
It doesn't have me rattled at all, brother.
It's okay, man.
It's got you rattled because you're the one that's on here at 12:15 at night talking to me about AMC fundamentals.
It's 12:15 for you. It's 9 o'clock for me. So who's the one that's rattled? You're on here at midnight, not me.
Man, I was looking. Okay.
I know.
Saying, man.
I can handle you all day, Brian. It's really simple for me.
We'll be doing these spaces next week and the week after that.
Every day of my life. I do a spaces call every day. It's called YouTube. I'm live every day.
Man, I don't do YouTube, man.
I know you don't.
But I'll come back. I will come back to your space, man.
I hope, man. I hope. It's free, by the way. I don't charge.
Okay. I appreciate your time, man.
Thank you, sir. Likewise. You have a blessed night. Next up is going to be APEs. I'm going to let you finish off since you got cut off and you were in a damn bomb shelter. APEs, go ahead.
Conversation or
Hey, Moranz. I want to talk. So, I told you I got a large position in this. I think it's a dog stock.
Hey, 1 second, APEs. Recovering. I know you're next. APEs got cut off. You are definitely next. So,
I'm sorry. I just wanted to make sure that everyone knew that it's a staged conversation. Sorry. Thank you.
What's staged? That's funny. Okay. APEs, this is a staged conversation. Go for it, brother. I'll listen.
Yeah, he has me blocked because I ruffled their feathers.
It's okay, man. I can handle it. It's cool. I don't know you from Adam, but it's cool, man. Go ahead.
So, like I said, I have this large position, even though I think that AMC is a dog stock and it's going to go down sub 10. The reason I'm in it is because, and I want to talk to you fundamentals about the squeeze. The reason I'm in it is because I feel like this cult-like following that AMC has, these apes that are keep buying every day and they're drinking the Kool-Aid that Adam Aron's giving them. And I feel like that there's this, 120 million share short position. Just that alone with the market sentiment and AMC following Bed Bath & Beyond and GME, I feel like they can all rise and there's opportunity to be made. And I don't think that Adam Aron is going to do a raise in the next 2-3 weeks, month, whatever. So I feel like I'm going to ride it out over the next week or two and see how far this thing squeezes and then get out and then watch the Titanic go down.
So you have that prerogative, but I caution you to use the words fundamentals and squeeze in the same sentence. Do that with caution because it's not really possible. I felt the squeeze happen last year when most people jumped off. Every YouTuber, every insider, every individual that had influence jumped off. The only individuals that are buying are the ones that are fed the hopium. And the issue that I have is that what's being said, like even when you said it right now, you said, well, they're buying every day. I don't think they're buying every day. I don't think people are buying every day. I think bots are promoting it every day. When I look at people that have huge followings and they go live, they have the same amount of engagement as we do. And we have organic growth, real growth, and no bots. So it's just a different viewpoint when you look at it. You could, just like someone was saying earlier, you can do a hashtag AMC, and you're going to see it by every other person. I agree with that because I do it with NFTs all damn day. If I put out an NFT damn DM, it's everywhere.
Someone's buying it. The price went up in the last 10 days. Someone's buying it. No, I'm serious. I mean, someone's buying it. Right? It went up.
Let me tell you something. The price went up, right? And now it's down the last 2 days, right?
No, it went up today.
Okay. You're telling me it wasn't down yesterday?
Yeah, no, it was up today, Moran. Sorry.
Yeah. No, hold on. It was up $1.22 today, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm going to go back on the 1 hour chart. And I'm going to tell you. No, watch this. Watch this. It was 2 days ago that it was $24, right? So
yeah, and 7 days ago it was $16.50. Thank you.
No, it was $27.50. So now when it was $27.50 again on 8/9, who sold, guys?
Who shorted?
Who sold? No, who sold? No, see, they didn't short it. BlackRock sold.
3 million shares were actually shorted around the 23 range, so they're underwater already.
3 million shares on a 500 million float. It's not even 1%. Like, what are you talking about, man? Like you guys are running with this dream. Like there's not new shorts in it every day that close every day that play hot potato with it every day. It's a wet man's dream because you can suck liquidity out of this thing every goddamn day. It took 100 million volume on Friday to compete with the same movements of GameStop of 6 million. The floats are almost equivalent at the moment.
You don't think it can go in the 30s in the next 10 days?
In the next 10 days, it's possible.
Yeah, that's all I'm waiting for. Once it does that.
That's reasonable.
Yeah.
That's reasonable.
So I think, what, I love your channel because you allow people to speak their opinions without bashing them. But what I really think is important is guys like Brian that are on the call, that are on these other space calls that everyone's hoorah-ing, credit card coming, Postmating popcorn, etc. I feel bad for people like him that think that he's invested in a really good company. AMC is a horrible, horrible investment. The company loses money. However, opportunity to make money, even if you don't believe in the company.
APEs, do you have stops set?
Stop losses?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have stop losses, but they're
Don't set up stop losses. They love to tap that shit.
Well, they go hunting.
They want to stop loss me at $15.
All right, guys, hold up. Hey, we got to clear the chat for a second. Listen, I have a lot of people in here, and I realize that. We've been live for almost, 2.5 hours. I have Mr. Burb here. Recovering. Keep it down. I'm literally trying to talk so that I can give you the floor. We have Mr. Burp in here. I know that you were running a Spaces call earlier with the crew as far as how AMC is being perceived. Apes not, I don't even know what that says. Apes not leaving, Dizzy, and recovering. Those will be the last 4 speakers, and then we'll call it a night. I do have a life to live, but I encourage you guys to come out every time we have these Spaces calls. As you can see, it's an open format. I don't have a certain agenda on my own. I let you say what you got to say, and then we'll talk about it in due time. So, recovering, you've waited long enough. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you for waiting and being respectful. The floor is yours. You can say whatever you'd like, and you're open to it.
Yeah, so I came across you in late May, 2021, and you posted a video of you like selling your AMC shares, and it really put me on the fence. Like you coming out right before the run up in June, and that just has always stuck out to me. I don't know why, but like here you are again. You know what I mean? Like a few days before, some type of catalyst, one way or the other. And it's just coming up in my head again. Like, is that a coincidence? Is it not?
Is that a real question?
I don't believe in coincidences.
Sure.
But I'm just being a skeptic here. I'm dubious.
Okay.
Help me out here.
So I'm going to help you out because you're not that good of an actor. You actually DM'd and made some comments the other day, and I remember everything. I don't know if anyone's ever told you I have a great recall, but I know that you went in. Hey, recovering. I'm speaking here. And you asked a question, I'm going to answer it. I noticed that you went back and you found that video, and you were excited to see it. And it's not that you've been watching me since then, so don't play the part, please. Because you were also the same guy who said that I sold in March until I corrected you. It was May. I also sold on June 3rd, right? I sold for $51 and $55. I don't forget you, and apparently you're not that intelligent about it. But it's okay, young man. I'll help you. Why am I here? I haven't gone anywhere. I've been the same guy. I've been here since day one. I mean, I've been doing this a lot longer than the people you follow. So the group that's here is organic. It's real. This is not something that we have bots. We're all real people, and we say exactly what we have to as far as reading charts, reading P&Ls, and it's all fundamental talk. There is no MOAS talk here. There is no market manipulation talk. I don't care. Don't care one bit.
No, I have a follow-up question.
Oh, I'm sure you do. But but guess what? Come correct this time. Don't play that bullshit. Don't walk around me like you just met me.
Where were you on the 983? Where were you when the price went down to 983? Where were you then with your space calls?
Are you talking about in March?
I'm talking about when the price was 983.
And I'm talking about in March? Are you talking about in March?
I'm talking about the price being 983 for a couple moments.
Yeah, we're talking about in March. You see, I even know the date, right? March 14th. But you know what's crazy? And I'm not looking at anything. I have everything in my head for you. Hey, guess what, recovering? I'm live every day. Where was I? Where were you?
Where were you on a space call?
I do a space call every day. I do a YouTube channel every day. You just
the table saying that you only had a few days.
Hold on.
A narrative.
Hold on.
You're saying that now, are you not?
You don't follow me, right? I just got to make sure. You don't follow me?
I don't think so.
Okay, then how would you know where I was or where I wasn't? Thank you.
Because for some reason or another, you're starting to pop up around spaces all weekend long.
That's if your followers or the people you follow want to come hang out with me.
Tuesday, like you got something to show, like something's about to happen.
All right.
And you need to get in front of it.
All right. How about this? What's your point? What do you want to do?
My point is, you have an ulterior motive, whether you or not you want to say that you do. It's obvious to everyone in the room because you've done it before, right? There's precedence.
You make me laugh. You make me laugh.
Doing it again.
I did it before. I don't understand. I sold, and because I sold, because I sold a share. I want to get this right. Because I sold a share, I have an agenda.
There's people who want to help people make money, right?
Yeah, sure.
Then there's also people like you who go after people with doubt,
right? I want to save you money. I want to save
I don't
you
care
from
about you
yourself,
saving you.
right? It's two different things.
You don't think I want you to lose as much money as possible?
No, you're missing my point.
No, I'm asking you.
My point.
Do you think I want you to lose as much money as possible?
Where
a guy like you
helping people make money?
Oh, no. Are you serious? Hi, guys. Welcome back to Morant's Rants. Plenty of good information, a little bit of motivation, a whole lot of truth, no financial advice. You think I'm trying to make you money? That's not what I'm doing. That's not what my channel is. You don't even know the temperature of the room when you walk
trying to
in.
Save people from themselves? Is that what I'm hearing?
No. I'm here to give you information. You make a choice decision. I've been doing the same thing for the last, 18 months? The fuck?
Oh, wow, that's interesting. Ever since AMC started to be a problem?
You think I care about AMC? You think I care?
Obviously you do. The space
No.
is called AMC Apes Welcome.
Yes, the people. The people are welcome.
I'm sorry to wipe the floor with you right now.
How are you wiping the floor?
Bro. Like, just admit it.
How are you wiping the floor?
Because you just said you don't care about AMC, but the space is called AMC.
Yeah, I don't care about the company AMC. Not at all. I care about investors,
God,
sure.
Bro, like, it's okay, bro. I already
It's not
proved my
okay.
point.
Hey, do me a favor.
And I hope that
Start a
people
space,
watching on YouTube
start a
just
channel, and see who wants to see what you have to say.
You have ulterior motives. Thank you
Ulterior
very much.
motives, yeah.
Goodbye.
I'm trying to make money off of you. That's right. I'm grifting, bro. Hey, do me a favor. Be upset with all the insiders. Be upset with all of your influencers because they all sold. Don't be upset with me. Every single one of you guys have sold. And you know what? I do everything I can not to curse, not to get upset. I do the best I can when I'm getting attacked. And guess what? Even then, I ask you or any of your followers or anybody in here, all these lemmings, come at me with fundamentals. I even gave the floor to Brian. Say your piece. He had nothing to say. He walked backwards. I already told you, bring your best one in here, talk fundamentals to me, and you can't. That's the difference.
I want to challenge you to stop trying to save people money and instead try to make people get money, right? That's what the stock market's about.
If you know all the
You think
fundamentals
this is
like
about?
you do,
You think it's
then why don't
about?
you tell us?
You think this is about making money?
Hang on a second, hang on. Man, David talked
Market
fundamentals
not for
last
making
night.
money.
David talked fundamentals last night with you, man.
No, David did not. David did this. David did this. That's not a fact. It's a fact. That's not a fact. Get out. No, you can't say that. You're thinking now. You can't have an opinion. No, there was a facts only check, right? So if I'm not reading, the SEC forms,
That's an
It's not
offense
it.
now. So you said you knew everything about the fundamentals.
I absolutely
Why don't
do.
you educate us?
I already
Why don't you
have.
Educate us and stop bashing everybody.
You
Because
came
I don't
in
see
2
bashing
hours and
everybody.
20
You
minutes
said
into
that
the call.
You said you started this space for the reason of information and
Yep.
facts. But I've seen a lot of opinions and I've seen a lot of fallacies, but I haven't seen hardly any information and facts. So if your goal is to have a space for opinion and facts, you say you know all the fundamentals. Why don't you tell us all the fundamentals?
Okay, Burp. First,
You did at the
hold on, Dizzy.
beginning
It's
of
okay.
the call.
I know, Dizzy. It's okay. Hey, guys, calm down. When you walk into a movie halfway in and you start asking, what happened? What's going on? It's exactly what's happening right now. I thought you moviegoers know how this works. You don't speak during the movie. Walk in, get the plot, figure it out, and watch it again. Because there's a rerun on this. It's on YouTube. You missed the whole beginning of the show. That's on you. Has nothing to do with me.
Mr. Burr, quit appealing to
Can I say one thing? Can you speak?
fundamentals.
I heard nothing. I heard 5 people talk over each other.
AMC?
That was what I said. I know more about AMC than you do, and that's unfortunate because you're invested.
I'm not an actor. I'm not an actor, so I'm not here to act. You're telling me that you know more about AMC than I do. You don't know me. You don't know what I know, and you're making a claim of knowledge.
Mr. Burp, I've been into your Spaces call. I was just in it this afternoon.
It's not a fact. It's not knowledge unless you can demonstrate it, and I don't
Are you
think
sure?
can demonstrate what I know.
Okay. I was in your Spaces call 4 hours ago. I'm an open book, brother. I have no notes in front of me. Literally just me and you on a mic.
You told me that you know more about AMC than I do, so show me that.
Ask him a question. If you think you know more, ask him.
This is
something
like
that you
that
think you don't
My
know.
Cousin Vinny moment where they're like, are you an automobile expert? I am. Ask me any
That
question.
is the question. That is the question.
Here's
you
the-
made a
here.
propositional claim.
Hey, Mr. Burp. Mr.
You
Burp.
made an epistemic propositional claim.
Hey, stop with all the big words, kid. I'm not going to pull out the source to try to keep up with you. I'm not going to do it.
Big words.
It doesn't make you smarter. It doesn't make you smarter.
That's just what they're called.
Can I tell you something, Mr. Burr? Let me ask you something, okay? You're very intelligent. Let me ask you, are you invested in AMC?
You don't need to know if I'm invested in AMC for you to back up your claim.
You're not listening.
You know more about AMC
Are you invested into AMC?
That's not irrelevant.
It is, because it's going to tell me the level of intelligence you have. I'm trying to factor in the level of intelligence right now.
Yes, talk over me.
You're talking over me. Here's what I'll do.
Information is exclusively facts. So if you're going to have a space...
All right, guys. This is not how the space runs. Everybody takes their turn. Everybody gets to come in and say whatever they want. I don't care. But when you have a gaggle of you fuckers that I bring up at once, doesn't mean that you all get to get the mic and go. It's very simple. I have been fair with everyone from the start. I let everyone rip my head open. I let you guys say what you want to say. You ever want to question me and my, I don't even know, my acumen when it comes to AMC earnings reports? Yes, I read them. Half of you guys don't. And if you do read them, Mr. Burp, I'm happy for you. If you have all the information in the world and you're so intelligent, I'm happy for you. And if you're invested into GameStop or AMC and or both, I'm happy for you. Got nothing to do with me, man. That's not why I'm here. I'm not here to change your mind. I'm not here to get you to do something you don't want to do. That's not what this is. This space is a safe space for all AMC investors, all APE investors, all people in general. If you guys want facts, we have them there for you. But you're 2 hours and 30 minutes into the movie and you're asking for the plot. Enjoy the ending, because that's what this is right now. Dizzy, you're going to be up. Go ahead, Dizzy, unmute the mic, it's yours.
Well,
Mr. Burp, you didn't listen to the rule. You keep talking. Shut up. Go ahead.
You don't want to justify.
Oh my goodness gracious,
you
kid.
said you have no facts.
This is the difference. This is the difference in the different types of calls
I know.
People host. Like
I know.
We try to do more polite spaces, and please raise your hands and don't talk over each other and please don't interrupt. It's really that simple.
Yeah, well, people get salty.
What happens is like when a speaker is up, it makes them forget their point, especially if they had a long day. But anyway, Marantz, speaking from a psychological point of view, I think what might be happening is people who don't interact with you every day, people who don't really know you, right?
Right.
They see a call like this happening. They come and hear you, even if you are speaking from official filings and everything, they see something that makes them feel uncomfortable, and it makes them defensive. And I think it's just a normal human reaction. I've felt this in other areas of my life. I try to challenge myself a lot by going into kind of opposing views, whatever type of spaces and channels or whatever. I seek to understand. And I think that's like one of the mantras at Nike is to seek to understand. And I think that we can all be polite and respectful towards each other and not speak over one another. And just, that's the frustrating thing is I feel like there's good information, and when things get out of hand because everyone's, they just start screaming and it's a hullabaloo, it's easy to say, oh, that person has an ulterior motive or that person is causing drama. But really, if everyone were to calm down, raise your hands, and talk to Marantz one at a time, he's the nicest person. He has an organic following. And this is Marantz. This is why I connected with you, man. Marantz is more right-leaning. I'm like a total lefty. And age difference, everything, you name it. We come from totally different parts of the world. Yeah, we connected over GME and over really respectful communication. And it's just, GME family is kind of wonderful like that, but what can I say? Anyway, like I said, Marantz, I feel that people get uncomfortable and defensive, and I see this a lot with people who aren't introspective. Like, I've had to do a lot of this is getting deep, but like a lot of therapy work, right? And just like to try to understand myself better. Like why am I feeling the way that I'm feeling? And I try to, dig deep and find out, like, why am I uncomfortable in this space right now? Why am I being reactive? Like, what, like that person who said that thing I don't like, why am I reacting to it right now? And I try to ask myself this question.
I hold back all the time, Diz. I hold back all the time. I swallow it and I go, you know what? Yeah. It's not my turn to talk. I'm going to let them say what they got to say. I'll come back and I'll answer a question or two. But it's like, you sit here, I don't mean to cut you off, but what I want to say is this to you, only because I'm up against time, right? Like, we're at 2.5 hours, and I do streaming all morning, all night, whatever it is. We got a show tomorrow, but what these guys don't understand, and it could be anybody, it doesn't matter, is you remember the guy earlier, Sugar Crush, whatever his name was? Crush Sugar, I remember. Yeah, it was Love, Peace, and Happiness.
Completely like investing based on emotion.
Emotion, right? and just to fill the crowd. And it reminded me of like Larry Chang investing into Ryan Cohen. It was like, hey, you know what? This guy made me feel a certain way, and this is why I did it. It's not that they had a great business plan. We spoke it into existence type deal. But when I'm looking at investing, period, you guys already know. Like, half of you guys in this damn crew already know. I'm not looking at it for manipulative reasons. I'm not here to manipulate a crowd. I'm here to do none of the above. I just pass on info, you make a decision, and you go. But somewhere out there, in this crowd, people are trying to paint me a certain way. And it's cool. It's cool because for me personally, it gives me time to get in front of them, and then they can really find out who I am. And for the ones that want to find out, right? Like, remember I told you yesterday, you asked a question, like, why are we here? Same question these guys asked. Why are you here? What are you doing this for? And I told you why. And it's never going to change. The answer will never change. I met Pepper with Salt. He changed my life indirectly. He has me feeling a certain way about myself professionally, the way I carry myself, what I can accomplish. And he told me, he said, Marantz, I saw you one night on YouTube, and I started binge watching. I started figuring out what you're all about. And you can question my integrity. You can come at me with whatever you got to. The more you watch and the more you hang out, you'll figure out what this is. You want to talk about organic growth, real growth? No bots, no super chats, no Patreon, no move. It's not that way. We're all here for a reason. I've got 100-something people, 600-something people come through on YouTube just watching you guys all yell at each other. Everyone yell at me, whatever it may be. What do you think they're doing right now? They're typing up messages like, come on, man. These guys they can't figure out simple math. Like, they're saying all the things that everyone else wants to say out loud. But I'm one voice. And the one voice is going to tell you it just like this, the best way I can. And this is to everyone out there. I support all retail. I support what you want to do. I will call a spade every time. I don't sit on the fence. I jump on one side or the other because I jump on the side of being right and or righteous. And in this case, I feel a certain way towards Adam Aaron because I read the writing on the wall. I've seen the actions of the man, and I've seen what it's done for investors tenfold. Some people have made money. Some people have made a lot of money. And hey, give them a high five when you see them. They got in, they got out, they saw what it was. But for anyone telling you it's going to $1,000, going to $10,000, it's going to squeeze tomorrow, it's going to do all these things, I tell you, good luck. I'm not going to tell you it's not or it is. I'm just going to tell you good luck. But here's what they're doing behind your back. Here's what they're doing in front of you. And they're not hiding it this time. So that's why I am the way I am. That's why I come the way I come. And I come direct, and I don't sugarcoat it. If you don't like my delivery, I'm not made for everybody, right? But if you get around and you hang out, you'll see exactly what's happening. And it's real. And that's why I have the counters, right? For every one of me, you're going to see a Kyoto, or you're going to see a Dizzy, or you're going to see an Amy, or you're going to see a whoever. I don't Hot this year. You're going to see Pep. You're going to all the different characters that are here, all the different people and personas that are here. It's a melting pot of greatness. We all know how great we are, how great we can be together. That's all this is, guys. So I wish everyone the best of luck. These are, I've had the best nights of my life doing these Twitter calls with you guys. I'm not joking. I'm not just saying it for hyperbole. I'm telling you, I love this shit because everyone comes in feeling a certain way about it until they leave, and then they go, you know what? I'll go back tomorrow. Whether or not you come back, guess what? I don't get paid $1. I don't make $1 sitting in front of you. I'm on a phone. My battery's going to die. My kids are over there playing video games all night, wondering who the hell am I getting yelled at by and what am I doing? The truth is, guys, I give up all the time I have for GameStop because I love the movement and I appreciate everything that it's ever done for me, mentally, physically, everything GameStop does for me. Gaming does a lot for me, and then mental health means a lot to me, and to get it out here in this space. I'm not this wacko. I'm not a hedge fund. I'm a real person. People have my phone number. People email me. People come see me in person. We're in Discord. We're on YouTube. We're on Twitter. You can meet us anytime, any place. I'm accessible. There's a big difference between me and the next guy that's on Twitter who's right there, not answering DMs or not letting you come up and speak in a Spaces call. You ask yourself, how many of you guys have come up in a Spaces call and they don't pull you up? You request to speak. Tons of you. And then when you do start speaking, you start yelling at the host and start going crazy. How many of them do they kick out or mute or do all the above? I only had to kick out one person tonight because he wouldn't stop talking. Like, I don't want to do it that way. But we all want to get along. We all want to have a good time in here. So I encourage you guys to come out and get the information. We gave out a lot at the beginning of this show. You can see it live on YouTube. Run it back. It's there forever. So if you were in this chat tonight, you will be up online forever. Enjoy it. And enjoy the chat. Enjoy the camaraderie of the group, guys. I appreciate everyone that's here. And I always will. I know you want to speak. Apes not leaving. You know what I'm going to do? Because you're going to be my last speaker. I'm going to allow you to go ahead and speak tonight because I know we pulled you up. And I'm going to say it to you the way I say it to everyone. It is an open format. Format. I'm so sorry, format. It's an open format. You can say whatever you want. We don't take it personal. If you feel a certain way, get it off your chest. Let it out. It's your time to shine. The floor is yours. Go ahead.
Hey, Marans, how are you?
I'm doing outstanding. Thank you.
Yeah, it's the first time I heard of you a few, but I've been listening to you for a couple hours. I was at the gym, so I couldn't talk. I heard a lot of points. There's a lot of things I agree with you. There's a lot of things I don't agree with you. And you might say it's factual, but
no, that's fair.
It's not really.
No, that's fair. I don't ever want somebody to agree with everything I say. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I know I'm the last person, but I wanted to have like a Q&A with you, kind of.
Sure, we can do it.
I mean, I don't know if you have time.
Brother, I'm going to make time. I'm going to make time right now. Let's go.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
I know you're a GME person, and you sound like a GME elitist. And I mean, you're blaming apes in AMC apes specifically being in the echo chamber and being like a cult. And I do kind of agree with that lately. A lot of spaces became like that, and it's dangerous. I'm going to give it to that. A lot of people don't want to listen, even though fellow shareholders like me and try to listen to what is actually accurate. Like some of the stuff you're saying is completely accurate, but about regarding the AMC. But you sound as a GME is just the same way when you say you believe in fundamentally and you're saying, oh, I will be in GME and keep preaching about it. It sounds like a cult too. Mm-hmm. Do you don't feel that way? I'm just want to ask that.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think about it. Like I literally give up all my free time throughout my day to talk about GameStop, right? So fundamentally, it's a great company. It's run the right way. It has a projection that's going to dwarf anything out there just based off of what they're doing right now. And I only say it because that's what I do for a living, right? Like I do marketing, I do e-commerce, I do it on a high level, I do it on the corporate level, retail level as well. And when I sit there and I can see what's happening, I do these PowerPoint presentations every month about GameStop and where it's headed. And everyone gets the fundamentals from that point. Like we don't talk MOAS, we don't talk all that. So I'm tied to it emotionally, sure. Fundamentally, yes. And is it a cult-like following? Not for me. Once you get the information, you would say like Tesla, like 11 years ago when they weren't making money. You're like, okay, finally they made a profit. They churned a profit. Now they're in the S&P 500 the next year, and the stock goes through the roof. And everyone who was in it 10 years ago can laugh, right? They can be like, man, we made it. That's me. That's me. I feel that I'm in GameStop well before anyone else really understands what it is. And that's on all fronts. And I feel that we're all going to be there at the country club together being able to say, you know what, I remember the day GameStop used to sell games, just like Amazon used to sell books. It's no different. So it's not a cult following for me. It's just a belief in what I invested in a long time ago. So I'm not coming off of that.
All right, if that's your point. When did you invest in GME first time then? Quick question.
Yeah, last year. February.
So that was basically right around the squeeze time, right?
After the squeeze, when it came down to 40, my first was $43.
So you never heard of GME basically if it wasn't for the squeeze.
No, I've heard of GME. No, I was on Reddit since November.
You never invested.
No, I was in Reddit since. No, I was invested into Doge. I've been invested into Costco, T. Rowe Price, Bud, Ford, Apple. I mean, everything in the world.
What I'm trying to get is basically you heard the GME name because of the deep fucking valley. We can say that.
Sure.
If it wasn't for the short squeeze.
Sure. No, it was more along the lines of following.
That's much.
No, I'm going to answer.
I mean, I bought GME too. I bought GME. I still own a GME. I haven't sold it. Maybe you can call me an idiot for not selling it at the top. But
no, it's fine. See, listen. This is not what you want to say. This is not how you want to go about this because you're trying to pin. No, you're trying to paint me to be like, oh, well, he only got in it because it's squeezed or whatever it may be. That wasn't it. That's what had me do the homework. Right? That's what had me sit there and start looking up my own DD and start talking about it.
That is understandable.
The reason why, I even give it to you like this, the reason why I have a YouTube channel is because every time I turned it on, I could hear nothing about GameStop. Nobody wanted to talk GameStop. But do I have the ability to sit here in front of a camera and rant and go and for hours and hours and hours and make it entertaining and whatever it may be? I don't know. I don't know if people want to watch. But the information's there and it's never been skewed. The information's sincere.
So you're a gamer, right?
Excuse me?
You're a gamer, right?
I'm an infinite
I don't
gamer.
know, I'm seriously asking a question. I don't know you, so I'm asking. I'm a gamer too.
I game more than the average person. Absolutely.
That's great. But I mean, I'm a gamer too. But GameStop did fundamentally have problems. Can you agree with that at least?
Yeah, we're not talking about the past. We're talking about now.
Yeah, even right now, you don't think
not at all.
Some cloudness ahead?
No.
Why not?
You want my fundamental? You want this? I mean, you can watch a video. I make a video every month.
I want to speak with GME first. Yeah, I want to know because I'm a GME holder too.
Man. Here we go. Where do we start? You want to talk GameStop fundamentals with me? All right, here we go.
It could be like 2 minutes.
It will never be. How could it ever be? When I tell you this is what I do this for a living. Let's talk GameStop first. The leadership. When it comes to Larry Chang, Alan Adel, not Michael Day, he's not part of them anymore, Ryan Cohen, you're looking at individuals that understand e-commerce at a high level. And when they actually have the footprint and the map to do it the way they're doing it, it's going to play out perfect. It's going to be about 3 to 4 years before you see the profits you want to see and where Wall Street will buy in. But by that time, it's too late. I already own it, right? And so does everyone else that's here early. But it's already there. The fundamental footprint is there. So when you look at the e-commerce that they're doing, i.e. making more money when the store is closed, we have about 524 leases due this year, an additional 1,400 due next year. So that's 2,000 stores that they get to choose and pick of what they want to cut out the fat from. So they're going to become nimble and they're going to become agile. That's exactly what they did with their 20% cut on the actual employment itself right now. So when you're looking at the costs that they're not going to have to pay moving forward, this is how you become profitable. Additionally, when they had a $300 million cash burn this year, they had $300 million. What's their first year in existence? This leadership and this board of directors just got voted in this year. So now they're at work, and they spent $300 million, but what did they give you? They gave you every promise they ever had. They gave you a marketplace they told you they would build in a year. They gave you the best marketplace possible with the technology above, all the partnerships, whether it be IMX and or Loopring. But here's the caveat to all that. The $300 million that burned off gave them 2 fulfillment centers the size of 5 Costco's apiece, 750 square feet in York, Pennsylvania, and Reno, Nevada. Additionally, they already have the retail footprint that Amazon wishes they did have. Amazon tried to get. GameStop already has that. That's why when you're shipping out products within an hour, within a day, it doesn't cost them anything because they can ship a heavy product to you because it's from the store to you. You want to talk about distribution center? You want to talk about a spider web over the whole country? That's what they have in front of you. Now we'll go ahead and fast forward it to this. The hub of hiring in Boston, hiring an e-commerce country known as Washington. Yes, that's where Costco is. That's where Zulily is. That's where Amazon is. And that's where GameStop is. And then you want to have a call center in Florida. You want to hire 500 employees? I'll tell you how much it costs. I used to do recruitment advertising at the national level for Gannett, USA Today, Careerbuilder.com. I will tell you how much it costs to hire an employee. It's an infinite amount. And when you do hire 500 employees, imagine the benefits, how much benefits cost you. Now you hire executives as well. You're hiring 350 executives and you're poaching them from the top talent around the country. There's a reason why people are leaving these Fortune 500 companies and coming to us. And they're getting paid in stock. They're not getting paid in cash. And stock inherently tells insiders to work harder and to work better. So when you want to look at all the driving factors, leadership is the first thing. The infrastructure is the second thing. The in-source logistics is the third thing. That means that I'm shipping product to and from, and I'm not doing it through a third party. I'm doing it with myself. So those are all the fundamentals of why an e-commerce business can be beneficial. Now let's fast forward it to what they're doing when you're not on the clock, when the store is closed, when they're making money 11 to 11. I'm talking about 11 p.m. to 11 a.m. How are they making money? Instead of doing one day of Cyber Monday, they're doing Cyber Week. They're doing specials the whole damn week long. Now they have an inventory that boasts almost $1 billion in inventory. And I would tell you that they can handle any e-commerce platform that people are coming to them at. You're not going to go to the website and it's going to say sold out. And now the product's there. And that's part of it. Stack it high, watch it fly. You can't sell something you don't have. You'll never know how much money you could make until you have the product there on the shelf. It's like if you were running a bakery and you go, you know what, I sold out of jelly donuts. Well, then you know what? You didn't make enough. Go make more. That's how GameStop's treating their inventory. They're filling it up because they understand. They did the same thing with Chewy. Sell premium pet products to premium vendors and let it happen. And guess what happens here? Premium hardware, premium computer components to us. And that's where they're making money, on hardware. They're making money on collectibles. Everything outside of the game. And you want to talk about games? Yeah, that's what Amazon used to do, right? Sell books, and now they deliver everything. You had Netflix used to deliver movies through the mail, and now they stream and they make tons of money. And now you're looking at GameStop, and they used to sell used video games, and now they sell everything. They sell Segways, they sell Ring doorbells, you name it. And I'm not talking about manipulation, and I'm not talking about Wall Street coming in late, because they will eventually. But then you want to talk about the marketplace and what they invented and what they gave you. It took Apple years to adopt iTunes into the iPod and for it to inverse turn a profit to you. But the industry changed. The music industry changed because of it. It was revolutionary. And because you couldn't fathom it, you didn't invest into Apple. That's why it was $9. It was $10 back in 2001 in October when the iPod came out. That's when the iTunes was out in February that same year. First time I ever bought anything. First time I ever had a TSP. Right, thrift savings plan through the military. Start putting money into the market and say, what am I doing here? What am I putting money into? What should I be buying? Now, you want to top fundamentals? They dwarf anything around you. Go look at the marketplace, see how it's functioning, and it's in beta mode. The partnerships through gaming, but it will change the way the industry is run. NFTs might be the future, it might not be. But I'm going to try, and I'm going to strike out trying. And I'm going to take a swing. And Ryan Cohen's going to do it with me because he's young enough and he's rich enough and he's a billionaire, right? I mean, if he fails, what does he do? He stands up and he tries again. There are two different business models here. There's a board of directors that buy into their company and they are using their own money at risk. Then you have a different company that people want to invest in and they're using your money. That's the information I give. You ever want to talk about GameStop fundamentals? I'm the wrong guy. Or maybe I'm the right guy. And then maybe you would want to go ahead and buy that company. And if you don't, what does that tell you?
I already own it. That's why I asked.
It's all good, brother. Do the homework.
That's why I asked.
We do it.
But I want, exactly, the questions. It don't make sense. But again, you are saying they're going to become an e-commerce giant, which I kind of agree. But it could take a couple years. Do you agree with that?
They already are.
Next year.
They already are. You just don't know it.
But what are their main sales right now?
6 billion, right? Currently? You don't think 6 billion is a lot?
I know, but what are they selling? What's their primary products that they're catered to? What's their catering?
All right. Do you read an earnings report? You want me to do that too right now? This is all off the top of my head. I have no notes in front of me, right?
Most of it, yeah. You can tell me if you know it.
Yeah, of course I know it. $750 million in hardware on average a quarter, right? $350 million on collectibles on average. Software. These are quarterly numbers. Like, you got to really look at it from this standpoint. They're going to make $1.224 billion this quarter coming up. That's my assumption, right? I've guessed the last two earnings, dead on the money, dead on the dollar. It's already put online. Everybody knows it. Everybody said it when they saw it. Like, God damn it, he did it again. And I did. And you know why? Because people can factor in inflation. People can factor in margins. People can factor in a private label like Atrex and how they make money there. There's so many things that GameStop's doing right that no one wants to project. Just because you can't read it on Barron's or on Motley Fool or any other website, but you got to come to my channel to get the information, don't worry. That's why I'm here. I'm here to give it to you because I read everything. I just go through it daily and nightly. And here's the part. Here's the crazy part about it. You say, what are they doing and how do you know they're so successful? I've said this the other night, and I'm going to remind everyone out there. If everyone's losing, somebody's winning. Walmart lost 2 quarters ago. Best Buy lost 2 quarters ago. Target lost 2 quarters ago. And you know why? Because they're not doing the things that GameStop's doing. When you have a decrease in warranties, a decrease in gift cards sales, those are all projected sales moving forward. When you have a discount, when you're not getting as many credit card apps, Best Buy is not getting as many Citibank credit card apps anymore. They're losing the market cap to Walmart's credit card and Costco's credit card. Better points back. Well, there you go. Now, when you go look at GameStop, you're going to go to GameStop. They had an increase of 2.4 million members, Power Reward members this quarter. This quarter. They had an increase on warranties, 3.1 million, and they had an increase on gift cards, 3.2 million. Now, what does that mean? That means at the ground level, those employees are selling off. This is what it means. It means that the culture is changing, and it takes time for culture to change. And if you're trying to bank on it and you're trying to invest on it, well, that's on you. You're a fool if you're trying to catch GameStop when it's going to be profitable or when it's going to be great. If you don't see the writing on the wall, if you don't see what it takes to be great, if you don't know that these are the numbers that matter, the employees are doing the right thing, the culture's changing, everything takes time, it's a pivot. It's a bounce. And it's going to happen right here in front of you. It's GameStop. And I'd love to stay here all damn night, but I got to get going. But anytime you want to talk about GameStop, you know where to get that info. I do this shit for a living. Dizzy, go ahead.
I just want to get your view. So.
Yes, sir.
But I had other questions I wanted to ask, but anyway.
I know, but time's running out, brother. My wife wants to sit back, watch a movie, and I gotta entertain that.
Yeah.
So
I wish I was able to get into AMC, but I guess next time.
Hey, Apes, we have our rest of our lives to talk about that, and I'm gonna be here every day like I always am. 9 a.m. We give away over $1,000 a week in NFTs.
You don't have that much time for the AMC squeeze to happen, so.
Oh,
sorry.
Well, there you go. I hope it happens for you, man. I hope you make a lot of money. Dizzy, your hand's up. You'll be the last one. Go.
Hey, Apes. Nice to hear you. So I know, Lance, you're trying to go, so I'll try to keep it brief. It's just a very quick PSA.
Yeah.
I want to take the opportunity because, we have a lot of AMC folks in here, and I see some of, some of my AMC friends I made along the way as well, so hey to you guys. But I wanted to make a PSA because I see Amy in here, and I learned of something that happened to her recently.
Yeah, I know.
Where her work information was doxxed. She'll have, photos of her kids. This type of behavior is not okay. I think if Amy hurts your feelings, you can hurt her feelings back with your words, just how she's doing to you. I don't think it's okay to dox, harass, or even if you see or hear anybody doing that type of thing, you should call them out. You should not follow that type of person who is encouraging such behavior. No one should tolerate that. It's difficult enough as a woman to, get by on the internet. On top of that, you leak someone's personal, private information just because they are speaking up against a stock and a company. This is America. They have all the right in the world to say something against a company, especially if they have experience. Amy had me blocked for a year, okay? Honestly, Amy, I know I have nothing to do with you, right? I was in AMC. I got caught up in all the stuff. We blocked each other, whatever. But even then, I would never have tolerated that type of behavior towards you. I don't think, guys, it's not that serious. It's not that serious. This is just the internet. Don't harass, don't stalk, don't wish harm on anybody. I think if someone is hurting your feelings, go ahead, hurt their feelings back. I don't care. Use your words.
Can I say something?
If someone,
Dizzy? I know you're going.
I know I am going long. Sorry, Marantz. It's just
No.
The thing is, people get caught up in paranoia, and they listen to paranoid individuals, and they get caught up in conspiracies. The thing is, I had Amy blocked because this whole time I thought she was hedge fund, and she comes out and says she's a cosmetologist.
Yeah.
I know it. She's just a regular person. I had no idea this whole time. Because of how she was introduced to me by other people, I thought she was a hedgie. I had her blocked, and my mind is blown. Yeah, it's like playing telephone. It was so. I should have found out for myself. That's why I'm going to challenge everyone to find out about people for yourself. like Marantz, like get to know Marantz. Watch his channel. Don't come in at the end of the call and accuse him of things based on your feelings.
Yeah.
And
No, it's
respect
okay.
women. That's all I'm gonna say.
All right,
Respect
thank you.
women.
Thank you.
All
I
right,
know
that's all from
Amy's
me.
here. Amy, out of respect to you, I will say this to anyone in this chat right now. And I said it that day. Guys, listen, if you guys want to hate on somebody, come hate on me. I can, and I'm not saying that she can't handle it. I can handle it, but the point is this. To go bully someone, to go ahead and put their public information out like that. Like, I'll give you my damn address, right? Everybody knows I run a post office. That's an inside joke, by the way. But but the truth is this, guys. I'm not here to have you guys attack the individuals that support the movement in general. You know, if they're giving you information or they're reading an SEC filing, that's the least of your concern to come at someone. I'd hate to see how you act at funerals, weddings, and or children being born. So have respect for your fellow man. Take the words of Kush, whatever his name was. I really enjoyed what he had to say. Whether or not I agreed with his investment thesis, not at all. He just tells you, and he reminds every single one of you, you don't know what someone's going through. You don't know the day that they're having, but your words might make them or break them. And I'm encouraging you all to do what's best for your fellow human. I'm going to do the best I can. I'll even reflect on the things I've said. I've apologized 10 times over every time I say something. But my wife taught me a long time ago. We don't like bullies. And that's it. Amy, the floor is yours. Parting words. We're going to end the stream after you talk. And I wish you the best, Amy. Go ahead.
Thank you. Disney, thanks. I appreciate what you said. I really do. You know, and I think I had you blocked too, and I actually don't even know why. And when someone said, "Can you unblock Disney?" I was like, "Sure," and I was like, I mean, done, right? Like I don't hold grudges or anything like that. This person has been coming at me, and then when I come back at him, then I'm the victim, right? I'm crime victim. And then I knew he doxed me back in April, and I just got confirmation of it all, including maps of my location and saved in his phone. I mean, just like so overboard, on top of threats, multiple threats from multiple men on this platform who now have this information, right? So, you know, while he gets to play psyops and paranoia and teach the community, I'm here with my children, lying awake at night, wondering if someone's going to come here and hurt me or worse in front of my children, you know? And it's gross. This is about a stock. And if someone comes at me and calls me a cunt or any of the other awful things, yeah, I'm going to fight back. And I'll own everything that I have said to anyone. I stand by it 100%. Because I will stick up for myself, and I'll stick up for the people who don't feel like they can do it, because I know 3 other women who have been chased off this platform because they couldn't do it. Someone messaged me today from the AMC community and said, I don't know how you do it. So I'll do it for them. And, you know, if putting an SEC filing up of an insider selling is your trigger, then bye. You know,
Yeah.
like don't
No
read
worries.
it.
Don't worry. I'll retweet it every time, Amy. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for
my
the.
point is,
No,
my
you
whole point in
do
all of
it.
that
Good
is,
job.
Chris, I don't want to keep you on here.
No, you're fine.
I just want to say that, you know, this is finance and stocks, and we're trading, and we're here to make money, and, you know, exist in this really kind of fucked up world. And, you know, the hate and anger is, you know, everyone's like, you're so calm. Yeah, because I don't like let people anger me like that. I'll say mean words and I'll own them 100%. But never like this. Never like this.
Right.
So
I respect it.
You know, be careful and protect yourself and protect your information, and, you know, be on the lookout for things like this, because it's not fun. This has been almost a year of this, and I will tell you that it's going to give you more wrinkles, and it's going to give you more gray hairs, and it sucks. But I'm a strong person. I'm a tough person, and I'll keep fighting, because people deserve the truth, and people deserve to be able to feel comfortable in a social environment. So I'll keep fighting. But thanks, Marantz. Thank you, Dizzy, for what you said. I appreciate it.
Anytime, Amy. Hey, this is a platform,
That's
guys.
really
You guys
fun.
can, and this is to everyone out in the chat right now. We have a platform. We use it. You can use it as well to promote anything you guys want to talk about. If you want to retweet something, you want to get something out, I always support anyone who supports the channel. You guys know that wholeheartedly. And in this case, Amy has supported me through plenty of good information, and even being a co-host on some of the Twitter Spaces calls. And I know that the crew out here, they're saying it right now. They go, we got Amy's back. So this is the guys on YouTube. But just so you guys know, everyone has each other's back, period. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're invested in AMC or not. If you're getting attacked, come attack me, please. I'm easy. I'm an easy target. I got a cartoon face, apparently. Who would ever want to hear what I have to say? But I appreciate everything you guys have to say, guys. Thank you so much. I don't want to ever trivialize any of that stuff. Ape's not leaving. Did you want to say something on our way out the door? I see your hand up.
Yeah, I just want to say, I mean, I don't agree with Amy, but I don't think she deserves any of the harassment.
There you go. There you go.
That is so wrong.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't agree with any of the things that she says, but we can disagree, we can have arguments, you know.
But that's why we're here, right?
That's what it is for.
Yeah, it's an open dialogue.
Same thing for her, too. She shouldn't be hating on apes and making fun of them. So she needs to, there are things that, as I said, I don't agree. There's people, they may not know, but you should not be making fun of them for that knowledge.
Hey, you know what's crazy? You know what's the craziest part about what you just said right now, Apes? This is why Daisy and I hold our spaces the way we do. We try to be the most respectful person that we can be, and we keep it upmost in our mind at all times. So even when we have to bite our tongue, and we have to remember that we are in a public format, and we're representing ourselves every time we talk. So I appreciate all the kind words for everybody, guys. We got a crew. We got a good crew. And whether or not you believe in one thing or the other, just come get the info. And then you can say your opinion. It's okay. We'll own it, and we'll take it. Thanks again, guys. GameStop. Can't stop, won't stop. GameStop. I'll see you around, millionaires. Peace. And to all my YouTube crowd, how y'all doing? Goddamn, guys. That was a good one. Enough. I don't know. These guys want to buy BlackRock's debt. I heard a lot of crazy stuff, but I appreciate it, man. I hope you guys are enjoying this stuff at night. I know Josh had to go to bed, but my wife looked at me side-eye. She said, "You gonna be doing this every night?" No. I'm gonna tell you exactly what's happening right now. Just as my parting shot to you guys. I will not be here tomorrow night. You understand me? There is no Spaces Call tomorrow. I know you guys get me on the live stream for a long time, but I will not be here tomorrow night. But tomorrow during the live stream, we'll be giving away a your boy Nancy. We're gonna give away a your boy Nancy NFT. Some other NFTs, whatever's in my wallet when I open it. But we'll give away all that stuff throughout the evening, guys. I really appreciate all the support, all the love. You guys know where it's been the whole time. If you got that GameStop info that I had to give out earlier, shit. Anybody ever trying to challenge me on GameStop fundamentals is a fool. It's all right. Fools rush in, and then they buy more. Appreciate you guys so much. You know what it is. GameStop. Can't stop, won't stop. GameStop. I'm going to see you around, millionaires. Peace.